Welcome to Astro Divas and welcome to your monthly predictions. June 2026 is here and we have reached the midpoint of the year. This is our natural moment to pause, take stock, and reflect back. What went well and what needs more efforts and changes before the next 6 months begin. And the cosmos has heard that question because June is opening with the most powerful transit of this entire year. Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, abundance, and divine grace, is getting exalted in Cancer for the first time in 12 years. Every soul under the sun receives its blessing in some form. We are hoping and praying that this brings some much needed relief, peace, and positivity to the world because honestly, the world needs it right now. Now, these predictions are ascendant wise. Your ascendant gives you the practical, physical, and real world picture of what is happening in our lives. And if you want to understand how you're feeling it emotionally and personally from the inside, follow from your moon sign as well. And both together gives you the complete picture. With this, let's begin. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see there are six events. So we have five major transit, and one event is on Mercury turning retrograde at the fag end of the month. So I'm going to take you through ascendant wise each transit and will explain you what this transit is going to bring, what changes are going to happen this month for you. Now, without doing any further ado, let's begin. Welcome to all the Aries ascendant. Aries, June 2026 is activating your home, your heart, and your emotional foundation in the most powerful way. With Jupiter exalted in your fourth house, the focus this month shifts from the outer world to what truly matters: your family, your domestic peace, and the roots that hold everything else together. Now, here is your guide for the six major shifts of this month. So if you can see on the screen, there are five transit for this month. And at the very end of the month, Mercury, the lord of intellect and communication, is going retrograde. Let's begin and check what all you can expect this month. The very first transit is on June 2nd when Jupiter enters Cancer in your fourth house. This is the most awaited transit that everyone has been waiting for. June month is having the biggest cosmic event of the year. Jupiter enters Cancer and hits the highest peak of power, that is, getting exalted. Something that happens only once in 12 years. And if you have missed a detailed 4-hour breakdown video on this channel on Astro Diva, don't worry. I will give you a quick guide on what to expect this month from this transit. Now, fourth house, which represents our home, peace, domestic life, our roots, mother, property, assets, and our emotional well being. So, when Jupiter gets exalted here, the first thing is that emotional peace and home blessings gets activated. As your ninth lord of luck and 12th lord of spirituality enters your fourth house, it gets exalted and forms the auspicious Hamsa Yoga. This brings a deep sense of emotional comfort, pure happiness, and divine protection to your household. Now, expect Bhumi Adi Labh, that is gains of land and property. Vahana Sukha, that is comfort of vehicles. Matru Ashirvad, that is Matru Sukha, happiness from the mother. And Hriday Shanti, peace of heart. And also emotional security. The fourth house is our Sukha Sthana. So this placement removes the Mansik Tapa, mental agony, to a feeling of Vistara, the feeling of expansion and relaxation. So you feel at home in your own skin again. Its gentle glass will also go on the eighth house. Eighth house is of hidden things that will bring positive financial gains and help you resolve deep anxiety. And if you have been dealing with family, property, or ancestral matters, expect a very smooth, lucky breakthrough. Now, Jupiter will also aspect 10th house. Now, 10th house is of our career, our work. But because this glance is weak, that is, Jupiter is aspecting Capricorn, it's a debilitation sign. So, professional growth will take real grit. New opportunities will come your way, but you will need to push through a few hurdles to get the final reward. Now, Jupiter also looks at your 12th house, which means any high expenses or sleepless nights you have been facing will suddenly get managed. You might choose to spend on a beautiful item for your home or invest in a deeply relaxing spiritual journey or buy property in foreign land. You, along with your mother or family members, can also plan a foreign trip because 12th house represents foreign and 4th house represents our peace, our happiness, and property. Now, one very interesting thing can happen here, Aries. So, if you're going through Sade Sati, there is a Sade Sati relief. With Jupiter casting its protection or protective ninth aspect on Saturn in your 12th house, those of you going through Sadasati will get a major breather. The cosmic pressure, mental anxiety, and feeling of isolation will finally ease up, bringing beautiful period of relief and mental peace as long as your action remains honest and ethical. This is a very blessed transit, Aries, and I would still urge you that if you have time, please go to this channel to Astro Divas and look for Jupiter transit in Cancer and check the details for Aries ascendant because it's a very detailed one. I think we have spoken for around 20 to 25 minutes on each ascendant and explained everything very beautifully. So please go and have a look. Now, the second transit for this month will happen on 8th of June when Venus enters Cancer in your fourth house and joins the exalted Jupiter. The two gurus meet. So it's a Dvi Guru Yoga. So Venus, your second lord of money and seventh lord of partnership, joins exalted Jupiter to form a magnificent Dvi Guru Yoga in your fourth house. Now, this unique meeting of both cosmic teachers bring luxury, comfort, and incredible loving atmosphere to your home life. Even though Venus acts as an tricky Marka planet for your ascendant, its presence here boosts your liquid cash flow and family assets. You might find yourself purchasing a property or a luxurious vehicle or spending beautifully on home decor and domestic comfort. Now, this theme is repeating once we said this when Jupiter has entered fourth house, and now Venus also joins and gives you the same benefit. Now, looking directly at the 10th house of career, Venus adds immense charm and diplomatic power to your professional dealing as well. It softens your working environment, making your superior and clients appreciate your creative idea much more. This will also help the Jupiter's debilitated aspect a little bit, making it more positive. Now, this transit brings a beautiful wave of romance, domestic bliss, and mutual understanding to your marriage or close business partnership. It helps soothe the underlying stress and distance that Saturn's aspect from the 12th house onto your fourth house has been creating lately. Now, in your everyday life, you will feel a sudden urge to host friends and cook delicious meals and turn your living space in a peaceful sanctuary. Now, it is a fantastic time to heal any past misunderstanding with your spouse or close family members. Now, the third transit for the month is on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini in your third house, and third house represents courage, efforts, communication, short trips. Now, this is creating a very beautiful Buddha Aditya yoga. As Mercury is still there in Gemini till 22nd of June, and Mercury rules communication, and Sun gives the commanding flair to your house of courage and communication. So, there will be a surge of courage and confidence. The Sun is your powerful fifth lord of intelligence and past merits, Purva Punya, moves into your third house of self efforts. Now, this movement fills you with an immense surge of confidence, physical energy, and new raw courage to take new daily steps. Now, your communication holds a flair, and people want to listen or read what you have to say. Now, this also means that you can tackle any tough situation with that command in communication and courage. Secondly, it activates your luck. From the third house, the sun looks directly at the ninth house of fortune, uh, creating a powerful flow of luck through your personal efforts. Now, expect support from father figure or mentors. Now, this transit helps you network brilliantly, allowing your voice to reach influential groups, giving you visibility and fulfilling your long standing desires. You will find that your daily pitches, short travels, or online content creation gains massive traction and appreciation. If you're good at any skill, especially with your hands and arms, because third house represents our hands and arms, even sports, all will come to light and you can shine as bright as sun. And this is a good time for even the content creators to bring their content online. You will feel highly expressive and determined to finish pending tasks, but try to avoid coming across as and dominating to others. Keep your speech warm and collaborative, especially when dealing with neighbors, your younger siblings, or your close peers. Now, the fourth transit of this month is on June 20th when Mars enters Taurus in your second house. Second house represents family, speech, wealth, food, and our self worth. So, expect that there will be some action or focus on wealth and family. Now, Mars, your crucial, your Lagna Lord, your ruler, Even your eighth lord of sudden changes enters your second house of family and finances. This placement puts all your energy, all your focus and drive directly into increasing your income and protecting your family assets. Mars will also cast its fourth aspect on your fifth house. So, directly meeting Ketu's energy and making you highly protective of your kids or investments. So be careful not to make any impulsive financial decisions at this time or jump into any risky stock market trades under this heated influence. Looking at its own sign, Mars gives you the power to uncover hidden truths and handle sudden family crises as well with immense courage. You may easily solve old banking issues, insurance claims, or secrets that have been bothering you for a long time. Now, along with Mars, Sun is already aspecting the ninth house. So, ninth house represents higher wisdom, giving you a strong urge to fight for what is right. So, this dual energy gives you the ultimate powerhouse combination, which provides the willpower needed to overcome any blockage created regarding your luck or higher education. This is a very good one, Aries. And one warning here I would like to share with you is watching your tone. While you drive to earn money peaks, your speech can become a bit sharp and aggressive within your family or a close circle or with your father or mentors. So, watch your tone during daily dinners and handle your budget carefully to avoid sudden impulsive expenses, especially on luxury or on tech. Now, the second house rules the throat in your diet because excessively spicy or acidic food can cause the inflammation and heat, and Mars and Sun both together can bring this theme. So watch your throat also, throat infection or dental issues that could crop up suddenly due to eighth house connection to the second house. Now fifth transit is on 22nd of June when Mercury enter Cancer in your fourth house. Now this is the third planet entering Cancer sign. So Mercury moves into your fourth house, joining Venus and Jupiter to trigger the auspicious Lakshmi Narayan Yoga of wealth and wisdom, even the Saraswati Yoga. Now, this beautiful planetary combination floods your domestic life with brilliant ideas, joyful conversations, and highly profitable real estate thoughts. As your third lord of efforts and sixth lord of daily problems, Mercury brings a very sharp analytical mind into your home. You will easily find clever ways to resolve any ongoing household arguments, family debates, or minor domestic issues. Looking directly at your 10th house of career, now Mercury gives you the incredible edge in corporate communication and planning. Your ability to speak beautifully and think logically will help you to shine in front of your bosses and clients. There will be home office productivity. What I mean is, you may feel a strong urge to reorganize your home office into a highly effective workplace, blending your professional efforts of third house into your domestic environment. Other than working space from home, you will also find yourself busy organizing your home space, fixing electronic gadgets, or having deep, heartwarming chats with your mother or with your family member. Now, it is a perfect time to sign papers, close property deals, or streamline your daily work from home routine. Just watch your mother's health and well being because sixth house is our health and even diseases. So you what you can do is like you may take more active hands-on approach to assisting your mother with her health routine or daily administrative task. There can be attention to diet and nutrition. So the fourth house relates to our food comfort and the sixth house is about our stomach. So you can become more interested in specific dietary plans or cooking techniques that enhance the family health. Now, the sixth transit is when Mercury retrogrades, and it happens in the last 2 days of the month. So, slowing down domestically is the best bet. So, as your third lord of communication and sixth lord of health goes retrograde in your fourth house, things might slow down domestically. It is a vital cue to double check your words at home and pay extra attention to your digestive health and to your mother's health as well. Although Jupiter and Venus both are holding the goalpost, Mercury is our intellect and our communication, and it has its own importance. So, what we can do is double checking tech and vehicles. So, on a practical level, back up your important files and be careful while driving. or servicing your personal vehicles. Now, miscommunication with home repair mechanics or delay in electronic shipments can temporarily test your patience in daily life. Be careful on communication at work, emails, documentation, paperwork, and in understanding complex messages from your work colleagues, because it is aspecting the 10th house of career. Now, use this last 2 days of June to introspect, declutter your living space, and re-evaluate your long-term goals. Now, this is a beautiful time to listen more than you speak, and I will come back with more detailing in the month of July when we really require this. With this, let's move to our monthly indicators for June. All the indicators Aries for you is either high or medium. Personal is high. There are so many powerful yogas is happening in your second house. There is luxury, pure happiness to your domestic and household, and career finance is high. Expect sudden financial breakthroughs and a massive boost in willpower to smash through the old career hurdles. Social is medium. Great networking opportunities coming, but watch your tone with your peers and younger sibling. Love is high and health is medium. So mental anxiety eases up completely, but watch your digestive health towards the month end. One remedy I would like to share with you for this month is channel the fire. Use your high physical energy for fitness regimes or wrapping up heavy paperwork. And as Jupiter is your ninth and 12th house lord in fourth house, so all these are moksha houses, they are getting activated. So meditation, seva, and mantra chanting will boost the result of this transit. So you can either chant Gayatri mantra or Om Surya Namaha to ground your energy and boost your luck. Now, Aries June is a month for balancing bold ambition with deep domestic harmony. Wishing you a fantastic period of growth and bliss. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. And there is a special discount for the students. Those who want to consult on their career or the choice of education that they want to opt in, uh, please drop me a message on the WhatsApp number given in the description, and you will get a discount code and we can discuss about your career. Now, with this, let's move to the next sign. Welcome to all the Taurus rising. Now, Taurus, first things first, the biggest transit of this year, Jupiter transiting in Cancer, is finally here, and it is mostly good for all of us. This month is all about your courage, self effort, skills, communication in a big way. It is a fantastic month to trust yourself and take actions on your plans. Now, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year, so it's a great time to review what we want to achieve for the rest of 2026. So, let's begin. Now, if you look at the screen, there are 6 events that is happening on this month. Five of them are the transit, and one event is of Mercury retrograde happening on the last second day of the month, and we will speak about it. So, let's begin. The very first transit is on June 2nd when Jupiter enters Cancer in your third house. Now, this is the biggest cosmic event of the year, Taurus. Everyone has been waiting for it. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted, hits its highest peak of power. And something like this happens only once in 12 years. So, if you have missed our detailed 4-hour breakdown video posted on this channel on Astro Divas, don't worry. I will give you a quick guide on what to expect. But if you really want to know the exact detailing of this transit, please go and watch that video available on this channel. Now, the third house where this exaltation is happening represents your courage, your efforts, your communication, short trips, siblings, our daily willpower, our parakram. There is a parakram vriddhi. So, whatever you have been hesitating to start, say, or to pursue, you will have an unshakable courage now. So, this is your green light for every brave move you have been delaying. There will be Vachan and Lekhan Siddhi, power of pen and voice. So your communication carries divine weight. Now, these are not just the heavy word, Taurus. This is the reality, and you need to utilize this window. They became your biggest wealth creators: writing, podcasting, teaching, social media, public speaking, sales, marketing skills, everything connected to your expression flourishes under this transit. The classics calls it the Vaksiddhi, the perfection of speech. So if you have ever wanted to build a platform or share knowledge, this is your most powerful window in 12 years. Now, there is a Sahaj Sukha, that is happiness from siblings and support from close circles. So, any old misunderstanding with younger sibling, neighbors, cousins, work colleagues, friends, daily co workers can clear up. Now, community connection can also bring unexpected financial gains. Now, whatever you invest, this is very important. Whatever you invest in learning right now, a new course, a new skill, a certification, a craft, and the Guru Krupa behind it will give you return that genuinely will surprise you. Now, short trips also carry unexpected and significant opportunity, Yatra Siddhi. So, say yes to all the short travels. Jupiter being your eighth lord, you can also expect transformations through courage will become your personal superpower. Why? Because eighth house represent transformation and third house is the house of courage. So if you mix it together, you can achieve anything or you can transform yourself. You want to lose weight, you want to do a startup, you want to get into any sports, you want to get into any academy, you want to go for a research, anything under the sun, any transformation that you want, not just physical transformation but inner transformation. This is a very good chance or a golden window, I can say, and you should go for it. Now, eighth house is also our secrets. So keep your specific strategies and next moves private. Don't show your cards until you are ready. Then, from the 11th Lord perspective, Jupiter is also 11th Lord, the Lord of gains, desires, is moving into the house of self effort and courage. So, this simply means your income and desire responds directly to your initiatives and to your gains through your self effort. Now, this is so good, Taurus. Everything that you achieve and gain is because of your self effort. Now, long held goals and desires are finally ready to arrive due to your efforts. Jupiter will cast its beautiful aspect, fifth aspect, on the seventh house of marriage and business relationship. Any coldness, distance, or arguments with your spouse or close partner will soften up beautifully, paving the way for smooth joint assets. Now, for singles, marriage is on the cards. And for married, if you're planning for a second childbirth, uh, this thing can also happen. Now, business partnership and formal agreements will receive Jupiter's full blessing. And Jupiter looks at your ninth house of fortune, Bhagyasthana. But because this glance is a weak on the debilitated sign of Capricorn, professional and spiritual growth will take real grit. What I mean is, new opportunities for higher growth, travel, or help from mentors and Guru Krupa will come your way. But you will need to push through a few initial hurdles to get the final reward. Vidya and Yatra Siddhi both are on the cards through your efforts. Now, with Jupiter casting, it's very potent and protective ninth aspect on your 11th house, where you can also see Saturn is there. This is your Labhasthana, the house of gains. So, those of you feeling stuck with delayed income or career pressure gets a major breather. The cosmic pressure and feeling of isolation will finally ease up, bringing a beautiful period of relief and financial growth. There is a dhan vriddhi as long as your action remains honest and ethical, because Saturn and Jupiter together will ensure that our action remains honest and ethical. Now, Jupiter aspecting its own sign, Swakshetra, so there are so many multiple results or benefits beyond any normal expectation can happen here. 11th house is also Sarva Labha Yoga, that is gains from all the sides or on the cards. The only thing asked of you here is show up, do the work, speak boldly, take the initiative, and let exalted Guru deliver what you have always deserved. So you can also opt to do some seva, because 11th house represents our humanitarian services. So this will also enhance this transit flavor. Now, the second transit for this month is on June 8th, when Venus will enter Cancer in your third house and joins exalted Jupiter. Both the gurus, the two gurus meet. Venus, your ruler, your own Lagna Lord, and the sixth Lord of daily routine joins exalted Jupiter to form a magnificent Dvi Guru Yoga in your third house. Now, this unique meeting of both cosmic teachers brings rich and an incredible creative, charming atmosphere to your daily communication style. Now, Venus, your sixth lord, moves into your third house, meaning Your health and daily challenges can now be resolved through your own efforts beautifully. You will find yourself proactively fixing lingering issues by upgrading your routine or clearing up old friction, shifting from simply managing problems to actively resolving them. There is one more interesting thing that can happen here is sixth house represents our pets. So this also means you have to put efforts to take care of your pets at home to enhance their maybe their training or developing good habits and health. Now, another thing can happen is your siblings, neighbors, or work colleagues can also help you to resolve your daily issues or your health issues. So they may join you for a daily jog or a run or join a badminton or a tennis club. Now there will be travel gains because Venus is traveling through your house of short journeys. So you will feel natural pull towards travel, and not just travel, luxurious travel. And to maybe to restore your health or to share your voice at an education seminar. Now, this is an ideal time for a wellness retreat or a quiet trip with your siblings or neighbors or even your family members. If you are looking for a deeper connection, this alignment makes it perfect for a meaningful journey with your spouse as well. Also, with your mentor and father, also you can plan a trip. So many connections and so much to travel. You can also use this time to study and to recharge. All the good things are happening to you, Taurus. Now, third house represents handmade products, anything we do with our hands or arms, because third house represents our hands and our shoulders. So your skill and effort. So if you are good at any art craft skill, especially if you make any luxurious or rich products, they can be brought online. So if you are doing it privately at your own space, please bring it online and just see the magic, because this is a golden window for artists, even for the people in sports. Now Venus looking directly at your ninth house of higher wisdom along with Jupiter. So Venus adds immense charm and diplomatic power to your professional and legal dealings. A mentor, guru, or father figure steps forward with guidance that changes your direction. Guru Krupa or ancestor support arrives through a human channel. So, someone wise, experienced, and genuinely supportive enters your path with perfect timing. So, all in all, this is a fantastic transit for you. Now, the third transit for this month is on June 15th when Sun enters Gemini in your second house. Now, second house represents our family, speech, wealth, food, and self worth. It is also our Dhan Sthana. So, Mercury is already there in your second house until 22nd of June. So, now Sun is joining there, and it is both of them are forming a very beautiful Buddha Aditya Yoga. Now, expect a surge of financial confidence. The Sun, your powerful fourth lord of home and happiness, moves into your second house of family assets. Now, this moment fills you with an immense surge of confidence, clear focus, and the raw courage to organize your bank balance and secure your household financial future. Now, fourth house also represents your mother. So maybe your mother takes the lead into family wealth and financial discussion or sign an inheritance deal. Even your father, because Sun represents our father. So there can be uncovering of hidden aspects. How? Because from second house, Sun will look directly at your eighth house, creating a powerful flow of clarity regarding joint assets, insurance, or family money. So expect a sudden support from father figure, mother, government channels, or mentors regarding old ancestral property. Now, there will be clear and decisive speech. So, you will feel highly expressive and determined to finish any pending financial task, but try to avoid coming across as dominating to others. Keep your speech warm and collaborative, especially when dealing with family members. Avoiding a harsh or authoritative tone during daily dinners is recommended. Your mother can also come across as a dominant person at home, especially around food, comfort, and financial discussions. So avoid hot and spicy food and speech both. Now let's look at the fourth transit of this month for you on June 20th when Mars enters Taurus in your first house, in your Lagna. The first house represents self, health, personality, and physical vitality. So, Mars, your crucial seventh lord of partnership and 12th lord of sudden expenditure, enters your first house. Now, you will feel an undeniable urge to take charge of your natural self. And you know what, Taurus, you are a very steady sign, you are very stubborn. So now both together, this will first of all remove the Taurus space and will get replaced by a faster, more aggressive warrior mindset, pushing you to initiate projects or tackle long-standing personal goals. And the first house rules the head and face, so you might experience headaches, tension or flare up like skin issues or dental pain. And as your body processes this excessive fiery energy, Taurus being a fixed sign, Mars here makes you intensely inflexible and hot and fiery. So it's more important you divert that overdose of energy in physical output. So, or your work, you can work productively. So, what you can do is stay hydrated and go for a swim or join a gym. Now, Mars will also cast its fourth aspect on the fourth house, directly meeting Ketu's energy and making you highly protective or restless about your household. Be careful not to make impulsive property decision or clash with your mother under this heated, impatient influence. Now, another point is looking directly at his own house. Seventh house, Mars gives you the power to handle relationship hurdles or business contracts with courage. You can easily solve old partnership issue, take the lead in joint ventures or settle matters that has been dragging you for long. But one warning is not to trigger your spouse. Keep the heated discussions away. Also, Mars being your 12th lord aspecting your marriage from the first house to your spouse, it also means you need to take care of your spouse health, or best is to divert this energy into something productive, like you both can go for a joint gym membership, or you both can go for a foreign trip. Now Mars also joins Sun and aspects your eighth house of sudden transformation, triggering quick financial changes or breakthrough. The intense dual energy gives you the ultimate powerhouse combination to clear your debts, settle taxes, or uncover hidden financial truths and bring it to light. So, any secret you have been having can also come to light. Now, one warning here is Taurus, while Mars gives you the action and the drive and the passion and everything, you need to watch your tone, especially with your family members and with your spouse. And you need to watch your physical health as well. You can divert all this overdose of intense energy into something productive. So, we already discussed that you can hit the gym or go for a swim, or you can also do one thing, you can drink water from silver glass and avoid burnouts, or even drive carefully, because eighth house can bring some accidents here and there. Now one more thing is, take care of your tone with your in-laws as well, because eighth house represents our in-laws, so you need to watch your tone with them also. So this is a power packed transit but comes with a lot of caution. Now, the fifth transit is on June 22nd, when Mercury enters Cancer in your third house. Now, this is the third benefic planet joining Jupiter and Venus. Mercury moves into your third house, joining Venus and exalted Jupiter to trigger the highly auspicious Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, wealth and wisdom. So, this is a beautiful planetary combination, floods your daily life with brilliant business ideas, joyful conversation, and highly profitable marketing or writing thoughts. Now, I hope Taurus that you're noting it is not just the heavy words that I'm speaking. This is really a very very blissful time for you, especially anything connected to communication, and we cannot live without our communication. So you can imagine that the blessings that it is bringing to your life. Now there will be sharp analytical mind. So as your second lord of cash flow and fifth lord of intellect, Mercury brings a very sharp mind to your daily efforts. You will easily find clever ways to pitch ideas, sign short-term contracts, or resolve any ongoing communication delays with your clients. Now, when Mercury aspects the ninth house alongside with Jupiter and Venus, it amplifies your intellectual reach, blending sharp communication with deep wisdom and a refined perspective, especially with higher education, foreign travel, with your mentors, with your higher education, with your life philosophy. So, all in all, a brilliant transit for you. Now, the sixth event is on June 29th, when Mercury will go retrograde in the third house. This is on the last 2 days of this month. Check on your communication. This will be the key. as your Lord of Intellect and Finances goes retrograde. So, what you can do is recheck on your communication. Now, this will be the key. As your Lord of Intellect and Finance goes retrograde, things might temporarily slow down in your daily work or in your projects. Now, a vital cue that I can share with you is double check all your text, emails, and financial data before sending them out to others. And on a practical level, just back up your digital files and be careful while driving or planning short daily commutes. Miscommunication with coworkers or minor delays in electronics can temporarily test your patience at the end of the month. Now, there is also time of introspection. I look at it as a time of introspection whenever Mercury goes retrograde. So, what you can do is you use this to last 2 days of June to review old strategies, introspect, and re-evaluate your long-term creative goals. It is a beautiful time to listen more than you speak. And we will cover more on this, more detailing in the July month prediction, because June, it will be only last 2 days that you will face that Mercury is going retrograde. But for July, I will come back with more preparation and tips. Now, let's look at the monthly indicators. Personal is high, your inner confidence skyrockets, and career and finances high. The divine cushion lifts old income blockages, while a strong focus on your bank balance brings smart gains. And social is high, old misunderstandings with siblings or co-worker dissolves. Love is high, beautiful cosmic glances bring deep harmony, romance, and smooth understanding to your marriage or to your love life. Health is medium, high physical energy is on your side, but watch out for the impatience, headaches, and sudden burnouts. Now, one remedy I want to share with you, Taurus, is watch your speech and tone is already done. I don't want to repeat, and pay focus on fitness. You and your spouse both can go for a joint gym membership or something in sports, and both of you can also donate medicines. Now, last 2 days I've already spoken that you need to review before signing when Mercury goes retrograde. So double check everything. Now, June is a month for turning your bold ideas into tangible success while nurturing your closest connection. Wishing you a fantastic period of growth and bliss. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. All the best to all the Taurus rising. Welcome to all the Gemini rising. Gemini, there are 5 major transits this month, and there is one event of Mercury going retrograde. June is a month of deep recalibration for you, with your second house of wealth and family becoming the center of planetary activity. The focus shifts from who you are to what you possess and value. We have officially reached the halfway mark of the year, so it is a great time to review what we want in life to achieve for the rest of 2026. So let's begin and check. The first transit is on June 2nd, 2026, when Jupiter enters Cancer in your second house. Now, this is the biggest cosmic event of the year. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted. It hits its highest peak of power, something that happens only once in 12 years. And if you have missed out our detailed 4 hours breakdown video posted on this channel on Astro Divas, don't worry. Today I will try to give you a quick guide on what to expect. But if you are genuinely interested to see what this transit can bring for you for next 1 year, you can please go to Astro Diva channel and check for Jupiter in Cancer video, and we've got a lot of love on that video. Please go and check for your ascendant sign, and you will know things in details. But anyway, let's begin. Jupiter enters your second house and gets exalted, which represents accumulated wealth. Second house represents our accumulated wealth, family, lineage, speech, our personal values, our food, our family. So this placement bestows the Hamsa Yoga, blessings of financial wisdom and ability to articulate complex thoughts with profound authority and grace. And this is not just the heavy words that I'm using, Gemini. This is the reality. The planet transit is bringing so many blessings for all of us, and we must utilize this window. So pay close attention. And there will be wealth and security. So this transit brings a massive shift towards long term financial stability. So you will find that your income becomes more consistent and you gain a clearer sense of your self worth. You can also expect a family harmony. Jupiter forms an auspicious Hamsa Yoga in the second house, initiating Kutumba Vriddhi, growth of lineage. Now, this transit restores peace among the family members, resolving domestic discord through wisdom. And if there have been long standing tension with family members, this transit act as a healing balm. There will be Vakasiddhi, the blessing of speech. So the second house represents our speech. So communication carries divine weight, becoming your primary wealth creator. The classic describes this as an perfection of speech. Whether in profession, negotiation, or personal expression, your words will command respect and attract prosperity. There is Dhan Sanchaya, that is gain in the assets. This transit supports the building of reserves and assets, and any investment made with your own knowledge will yield returns beyond expectation. Being the seventh and tenth Lord Jupiter, you will find that your professional influence and partnership dynamics, both with your spouse or your business partner, becomes your source of power. Now, your spouse or business partner, now they can also get the same benefit. As your career lord enters the house of wealth, your professional drive directly impacts your bank account. So, your long held career ambition are finally ready to materialize through your disciplined focus. Now, if you look at Jupiter from the aspect perspective, Jupiter will aspect your sixth house, and that will enhance your ability to overcome Shatru, enemies, deaths through strategic foresight, turning daily labor into source of merit. There will be improvement in your gut health. This can also happen through balanced meal or diet plan. So if you have kids, their health also improves. And only one thing to watch here is your sweet tooth. And Jupiter will aspect the eighth house. As Jupiter casts its seventh aspect onto your eighth house, it falls on the sign of Capricorn. Now, this is the point of debilitation for Jupiter. Thus, the transformation you seek will require real grit and careful handling. So, new opportunities for breakthrough or legacy building will come, but you must push through the initial hurdles. Expect gains from shared resources. Spouse may receive bonus. Insurance or claim money can also come in. Inheritance also can happen. Everything is on the cards. Now, Jupiter's aspect on the 10th house. Now, this is a very potent aspect. This is an Amrit Drishti, nectar like gaze, onto your 10th house of career and public reputation. Now, this bestows profound wisdom and ethical authority in your professional life, ensuring that your long term ambition are supported by Guru Kripa, leading to sustained success and recognition in your field. Now, wealth from career is highly possible. If you're expecting a promotion or bonus, it will come through. Now, keep your investment and strategies private to protect your gains from external competition until you are ready to manifest them. Now, please go and watch the video in details if you want to understand more on this, because we have given so many beautiful details about this transit in that video. Now, the second transit is on June 8th when Venus will enter Cancer in your second house. Now, Venus, your fifth lord of intelligence and 12th lord of intuition, joins exalted Jupiter to form a magnificent Dvi Guru Yoga in your second house. So there will be financial luxury. The transit boosts your liquid cash flow, and you might find yourself purchasing beautiful assets for your home or spending on high-end items that increases your comfort. You may also find yourself interested in gourmet food indulgence, and but you need to watch your diet, especially your sweet tooth. Now your words become more charming and persuasive. This is a golden window for anyone in the creative arts. So public speaking or content creation, as your voice now carries both authority and grace. And Venus brings a wave of love to your family environment. So it is a perfect time to host elegant dinners or use your resources to support the needs of your loved ones, turning your home into a refined sanctuary. Venus will also aspect your eighth house of joint shared resources along with Jupiter now, and will ease Jupiter's debilitated niche drishti a little bit. Now, this will be a good time for people in occult research, tarot, vastu, numerology, and if you're a CA, anything related to finance, financial advisor, IT or tech. Now, expect funds from shared resources or from your spouse getting a bonus, and inheritance and insurance money can also come in. Now, the third transit is on June 15th when Sun enters Gemini in your first house. Now, if you look at the screen, you can see Mercury, your ruler, is still there in Gemini in your first house in your lagna until 22nd of June. It will be there, and now Sun joining here, it is creating a very beautiful Buddha Aditya yoga. The Sun, your third lord of efforts, moves into your first house of identity. Now this is the moment your personality takes center stage. What I mean is, there will be a surge of confidence. First house is us, our body. So you will feel powerful surge of physical energy and raw courage. Now, this is your new year for personal initiative. Take the lead on projects you have been hesitant about. Now, from the first house, Sun will look directly at your seventh house of partnership. Your personal confidence now will directly improve your business or romantic alliances, allowing your presence to command respect. Now, this aspect also energizes your marriage and partner, so they can also shine bright like sun. You will find that your effort gains massive traction. Just be mindful of coming across as too intense or dominating. Keep your leadership style collaborative to maintain a goodwill you have built. Now, younger siblings, short travel, writing, podcasting, going out in front, or launching your own channel or social media, all of this, even if you're a journalist or in sports, all of this will be on your mind and all will be highly favored. Now, the fourth transit is on June 6th when Mars enters Taurus in your 12th house. Now, Mars is your sixth lord of daily problems and 11th lord of gains, enters 12th house of expenditure and spirituality. This is a tricky one, but let's see what can happen. There can be a strategic spending. Now, this placement demands focus on your budget. Mars here can trigger sudden impulsive expenses on travel or tech. So, use this energy to spend on physical health instead, like a gym membership or wellness retreat. Even foreign travel will be good. Now, there would be some actions mostly behind the scene. Foreign travel can also bring some actions and gains. Watch your health and avoid late night eating, especially spicy and junk food. And Mars will aspect the third house, giving you more courage to focus on your initiatives. Choose being assertive rather than being demanding in your communication. Now, along with Sun, Mars will also aspect your own its own sign in the seventh house. So together, they grant you the power to resolve legal issues or partnership disputes through persistence. However, this intense fire demands conscious emotional control to avoid ego clashes or dominance, unnecessary aggression within your closest relationship, especially with your spouse or business partner. Now, to avoid this intense aspect on your sixth house, what you can do is channel your energy productively. Pay attention to your daily routine, and I would still recommend to go for a run or a swim or go for a gym membership, and this will benefit you, especially your sleep cycle will improve and will take care of your health as well. Now, Mars will also aspect your sixth house from the 12th house. So, one good news is that any major health issues, any enemies that you have, if you're appearing for a competition or any work gossip that is happening from the sixth house, it will be taken care. Mars sharp aspect there will remove all the enemies, and you will win over your competition. Now, one another good thing that can happen is sixth house also represents our pets. So, Mars aspecting your sixth house means any health issue that your pet has been going through can also be taken care, but just watch their diet as well. Now, the fifth transit is on June 22nd when Mercury will enter Cancer in your second house. Now, your ruling planet and Lagna Lord Mercury moves into the second house, joining Venus and Jupiter. Now, this triggers a very, very powerful Lakshmi Narayan Yoga and Saraswati Yoga in your house of wealth. So, what can happen is there can be unfinancial intellect. So, your mind turns towards assets, budgets, and bottom lines. You will find clever analytical ways to increase your saving or resolve long standing financial dispute. You will find yourself having deep, practical, yet heartwarming conversation with your family members, effectively aligning your personal goals with your family needs. Venus will add charm and Jupiter will add wisdom along with Mercury's intellect in your speech. This is such a good blessing, Gemini. Hope you're noting it. This is not the heavy English words that I'm using. This is really a blessing that is coming in the house of communication, in the house of speech, in the house of wealth. Please utilize this window. Now, next is that with your fourth lord of property home in your second house. Wonderful. Now you may finalize deals involving property, home improvements, investment in assets that provide long term security. Even your mother can give you inheritance, or she can add value in family assets. Now, inheritance of family benefits will be there. So you may receive financial support, gifts, or guidance from family members, which helps solidify your current ventures. Now, Venus will glance at your eighth house along with Jupiter. Mercury will also glance. Now, all of three of them will glance onto your eighth house. This is incredible. Now, what can happen is Mercury can give you an incredible edge in corporate strategy and managing complex hidden data. So, it is a fantastic time to sign agreements, especially related to finance, wealth, joint assets, or streamline your financial documentation. One tip I can share here with you is maintaining the oral hygiene. So keep your teeth and tongue clean. In Vedic astrology, a clean mouth is a direct energetic remedy for a clear magnetic voice. Now on June 29th, fag end of the month, the Mercury will go retrograde in Cancer in your second house. Now Mercury stations retrograde. So the lightning fast pace of the month will slow down. This is a vital cue to double check your bank statement, review contracts, and ensure your financial planning is airtight. Avoid major new investment on these last 2 days of the month of June. And watch your diet and your tone of speech. Since second house rules both food and speech, miscommunication or impulsive dietary choices can temporarily test your patience. Now, one more thing that we can do is refining strategy. This is what I do when Mercury goes retrograde. Use this final 2 days to introspect and declutter. Do not rush to finalize big decisions, and instead use this time to listen more, audit and re-evaluate your long-term goals before moving forward in July. And I will bring more detailed information, tips, and perspective on Mercury retrograde in the July month prediction. Now let's move to the monthly indicator. Now, personal is high, confidence is rising, and your values as well. Now, career finance is high, income blockage lifts, and professional efforts translate into wealth. Focus on financial documentation for substantial gains. Social is high. Everything is high, I think, Gemini for you. Only health is medium. Okay. So, social is high, love is high. Jupiter offers immense potential for marital growth, and health is medium. So vitality is high, but you remain mindful of potential mental fatigue or digestive sensitivity caused by over analysis and stress. Now let me also share a few more remedies for you. Now you can follow sattvic diet, that is with Jupiter and Venus in your second house, there is a risk of overindulgence in rich or heavy food. So stick to a clean, balanced diet to keep your mind sharp and your digestion light. Donate green items. Donating green vegetable or fruits or green colored items on especially on Wednesday helps balance the energy and removes blockages in your communication. Will also help in your Lagan Lord getting retrograde. Now review before signing. Double check the financial and legal details during the month end, the last 2 days when Mercury retrogrades. Now, June is a month for turning your sharp ideas into tangible success while nurturing your closest connection. So, wishing you a fantastic period of growth and bliss. And if you have questions about your personal birth chart, you can always reach out to me on the contact number given below on the screen. All the best to all the Gemini rising. Welcome to all the Cancer rising. Cancer, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year, and it's a great time to review what we want to achieve for the rest of 2026. And the cosmos has heard you, Cancer, because June 2026 is not a regular month for you. In fact, not for all of us, but especially not for you. Now, the planet of wisdom and abundance is coming into your own sign, touching your health, relationship, finances, and purpose. Stay honest, show up with real intention, and let this month deliver what it came to. Now, there are 5 transits this month, if you can look at the screen, and one event, the sixth event, when Mercury is going retrograde in the last 2 days for June. We will cover all these transit and tips and remedies as well. So, let's begin. Now, the very first transit is on June 2nd when Jupiter gets exalted and enters Cancer. This is the biggest cosmic event of the year. Jupiter enters your first house and gets exalted, hits its highest peak of power. Something that happens only once in 12 years. And if you have missed out a 4 hours breakdown video posted on this channel on Astro Diva, don't worry, here I can give you a quick guide on what to expect, but still, I will urge, especially to you Cancerians, please go and watch that video, which will give you a detailed analysis and all the nitty gritties of this transit can bring things for you. Now, Jupiter enters your first house, your Lagna, gets exalted, the house of your body, personality, health, and the energy you carry into the world. Now, the classics celebrates this as a Hamsa Yoga, one of the five Mahapurushas Yoga, landing right in your chart in your first house. And you are scoring 10 on 10 Cancer out of all the zodiac sign. Why? Because there is a reason why. Jupiter is most happiest in your sign because yours is one of the most purest sign. And all Trikona houses are getting activated for you in this transit. The whole Kundli actually your whole Kundli birth chart is under Jupiter's divine umbrella. So, what you can expect, Cancerians? The whole Kundli is under control of Jupiter, who is so happy and exalted, sitting in your first house. So, anyway, we can list down few things that can happen. First is expect personality, confidence, and health upgrade. Your ninth lord of luck, sitting exalted in Lagna, blesses your body, confidence, and overall direction. Expect more clarity, more self belief. The right people and right opportunity starts gravitating towards you naturally. You will feel the shift within few weeks from June. Now, next is that Jupiter will aspect your fifth house. Jupiter's fifth aspect will fall onto your fifth house of creativity, of intelligence, of children, of romance. Jupiter, being the natural karka for children, makes this doubly powerful. Wonderful developments around your kids, or a creative surge, or romantic warmth, and a green light on investment or speculation. All of these are on the cards and good for progeny. So, if you're planning your first baby, but most importantly, this aspect will bring your creativity and intelligence beautifully. But most importantly, this transit will bless your creativity and intelligence. Now, next is luck, purpose, and wisdom all will fire together. What I mean is, Jupiter activates all your three Trikona houses, that is first, fifth, and ninth. So, what classic calls this is Sarva Trikon blessing activation. So, once in 12 years, right? So, mentor will show up, meaningful opportunity will arrive, and a deep clarity about where your life is headed will settle in. Now, one more thing that can happen is background heaviness starts lifting. What I mean is, Jupiter's ninth aspect on Pisces, its own sign, where if you can see Saturn is also there, where Saturn sits softens the delay and anxiety Saturn has been quietly creating. So you will not find everything solved overnight, but week by week you will feel genuinely lighter and more hopeful. Now, Jupiter's seventh aspect is on Capricorn. Capricorn is the debilitation sign for Jupiter. So the seventh aspect on marriage and house and your second child. So Jupiter is Karka for both, for marriage and for kids. The opportunity arrives, but meet them halfway. As Saturn, the Lord here will always want the efforts first. Now this is a meaningful window. Efforts and intentions are the key. You can also plan for second child. So you can plan for first child and you can plan for second child as well. Now, one more thing I wanted to add on the Jupiter's aspect on the ninth is now Jupiter's potent Amrit Drishti is on that house, and that will give you a lot of blessing, a luck, a stroke of luck, and foreign travel, your higher learning, your philosophy in your life, your mentors, your guru, your father, everything, your even your ancestors, even if there is anything legally, if you're stuck somewhere, all of this can get resolved, and there will be a lot of blessings. Your travel will be easy and it will be fruitful, it will bring gains. So you can also plan your maybe if you want to go abroad for higher studies, this will be a brilliant and a good time. Even your kids, if they want to go for higher studies abroad, this will be a very very good opportunity for you Cancerians and for your children as well. So I just wanted to add that in. Now the second transit is on June 8th when Venus will enter Cancer. Venus joins exalted Jupiter, forming Dvi Guru Yoga. Two great cosmic teachers united in your Lagna. Venus rules your 11th house of income and 4th house of home, domestic life. Can you see it, Cancer? How much better it is getting this month for you? Now, let's see what can happen when Venus joins Jupiter. Your appearance, your wardrobe, and charm will come first. Venus in Lagna blesses your physical self first. Your looks, style, grace, and how you present yourself. So, refresh your wardrobe, invest in your appearance. You are at your most magnificent and pleasing best right now. Now, what can happen is two planets now heal your seventh house together. Jupiter was aspecting your seventh house in debilitation, but Venus now also aspects the same house. Shukra's graceful gaze partially lifts that tension, and conversation with spouse become warmer, partnership friction eases, and underlying distance starts dissolving naturally. Now, home comfort and cash flow all improve. Why? Because Venus as fourth lord in Lagna desire to beautify home, host loved ones, and enjoy domestic comfort rises genuinely. 11th Lord is of gains. 11th Lord activation means cash flows. It will improve. A meaningful home purchase or simply a warm, abundant period of family life is on the cards. Now, another point here is long held desire starts activating. Now, Venus as 11th Lord of fulfillment and wishes in first house. So, whatever you have been waiting for is within your reach. A financial goal, a relationship milestone, or a purchase that you have delayed, watch for it. And real signs of arrival start showing in this period. Now, only one warning I wanted to share here is there is a tendency of know it all. Jupiter giving wisdom and Venus giving charm in Lagna together in your first house, you may quietly start feeling you have all the answers. So you do have, but watch this with your partner, colleagues, family, frankly with everyone, because wisdom with humility lands well, and wisdom pushed on others creates friction. But enjoy this blissful time. Now, the third transit is when Sun enters Gemini. Sun moves into your 12th house. 12th house is expenses, foreign land, solitude, and behind the scene activity. Now, as your second lord of wealth, Sun here carries very specific practical message. For example, energy turns inward, so honor that. The 12th house pulls your energy away from outerward towards rest and inner restoration. So, do not fight this quieter phase. A grounded, recharged, you will make far better use of everything Jupiter is delivering this month. Second is foreign investment and international money moves, because second lord of wealth in 12th, so money naturally flows towards foreign investments, international platforms, or overseas business, foreign stocks, NRI connections. Even your cross border moves of travel with financial anger, export, import, export, all of this genuinely supported window. Act with intention. Now, second lord in 12th also means outflow will increase. Now, money towards impulsive purchases or unnecessary family purges will simply drain you. So, be watchful. Money spent on foreign connections, spiritual practices, and wellness will convert into real gains. So, spend with awareness. Now, next is that enemies can go quiet, pending issues resolved. Now, what I mean by this is Sun from 12th will aspect your sixth house directly, burning through enemies, office gossip, litigation, health issues quietly. That troublesome colleague, pending legal matter, or workplace politics, you can expect this to settle in your favor. Another thing is spiritual practices and rest deliver real peace. Sun in 12th is strong placement for inner work, meditation, prayer, worship, all carry genuine power now. So, watch your sleep cycle, build simple routine. Your body is clearly asking for rest in this transit. Now, let's move to the next one. The next one is when Mars enter Taurus for you. Mars enters your 11th house. 11th house represents our income, our gains, our elder sibling, our desire fulfillment, long held goals. Mars is also your yoga karka, ruling the 5th and the 10th house, the single most powerful planet for Cancer ascendant. So, career drive and financial hunger will peak together. The 10th Lord in the 11th. This is most celebrated yoga in astrology. Professional ambition and desire for financial results both fire up simultaneously. Push work targets, approach seniors boldly, take initiative. The puja, the Mars in 11th, rewards those who act and not those who wait. Now, next is long pending goals start completing. Mars is fifth lord of Purva Punya, past merits, in the house of fulfillment. Things you have worked towards for a long time are finally ready to close. So apply focused effort to whatever is unfinished, a goal, a project, or an old desire, and watch how quickly it wraps up for now. And Mars will aspect your second house, fifth house, and sixth house. So your wealth, creativity, and competition all gets activated. Mars from 11th aspects second house of family and wealth, fifth house of intellect and creativity, sixth house of enemies and competition. So family finances energizes, investment decision gets a push, and workplace rivalry gets handled with real courage and speed. Now, only warning here is watch your tone with everyone. Jupiter and Venus made you wise and charming. Mars now adds fire, and the mix can make you come across as a dominating one. So slow down before you speak with partner, colleague, and family member. Delivery will matter far more than the intent this period. Very, very busy month. Cancer, the fifth transit is on June 22nd when Mercury will enter Cancer. Now, Mercury will join Venus and Jupiter in your Lagna, forming Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, Saraswati Yoga. Wealth and wisdom and grace united. Here is what actually changes when Mercury arrives. And this is also making a Saraswati Yoga. Now, wise and charming you were already because of Jupiter and Venus, and now add speed and sharp communication from Mercury. Now, Jupiter gave wisdom, Venus gave charm, Mercury adds speed, sharp thinking, and clear, articulate communication. So, you walk in with presence, speak with precision, leave people impressed. So use this for your pitches, negotiation, anything where words matter. Now all three of them will aspect seventh house. Jupiter, Venus, Mercury all aspect seventh together from first house. So opportunity, warmth, and clarity to actually decide all lands at once. Marriage conversation reaches conclusions. Business contracts gets finalized. For a second child also you can plan. Even if you have a second kid who's having some issues, their issues will be resolved. Three benefits watching together, and Jupiter as Karka of children and marriage makes this most powerful window of the year. Even your spouse will get benefited because the spouse will get all the three natural benefic planets aspect on marriage on and on the spouse. Now, another thing that can happen, Cancerian, is foreign income and online business will also boost. Now, Mercury as your 12th lord with Jupiter and Venus. So, sharp channel for income through foreign markets, online platform, or behind the scene work can happen. That business idea or online project you have been sitting on, clarity and cosmic support to move it forward are both fully available now. Now, learning and upskilling will deliver real value. The Lakshmi Narayan Yoga and the Saraswati Yoga in Lagna, especially when Mercury joins Jupiter, the intellect joins the wisdom, and even Venus is Guru. So, with both gurus, if your intelligence is sitting, learning and upskilling will really, really deliver real value. Please make a note of it. um, Lakshmi Narayan Yoga in Lagna, exceptionally supportive of education, courses, and skills building you invest in right now. Start that course, pick up that skill. What you build this in this window will serve very well even beyond June. Now, the next one is not a transit Cancerian, but just an event when Mercury will go retrograde. Now, this is the time to pause and do not launch any new project now. Mercury retrogrades in Lagna, so avoid signing documents, starting new project, or a big financial commitment. These last 2 days, you need to maybe rewind. You need to slow down and double check everything. Miscommunication can come easy. Emails can be misread. Communication, conversation can land in a wrong hand, and details can get missed in paperwork. So reread before you send anything. Pause before you respond, and I will bring more details in depth and in details in July's monthly prediction, because in June you have to tackle this only for the last 2 days, but July will hold a major number of days of Mercury retrograde. So we'll talk more on this. Now let's look at the fantastic month and the indicators. Personal is high, career is high, social is medium, love and relationship is high, health is medium. Brilliant month for you, Cancerian. Strong overall. Health is medium because you need to watch your digestion towards the month end. Few remedies I can still share with you, Cancerian, although you don't need any, but still chant Om Gurve Namaha to welcome the Jupiter's exaltation and practice charitable giving. The 12th house thrives on selfless service. So, donate to spiritual causes, visit hospital, or contribute to senior care facilities. Giving without expectation is one of the most powerful remedy for the house, for the 12th house or the 6th house to handle, and also to handle Mercury retrograde. Now, watch your sleep cycle. A food soak with sea salt before bed is also a very good remedy. And before June ends, back up those files, close those pending conversation, reread important messages before Mercury really retrogrades. Now, June 2026 is one of your finest month in years, Cancerians. So show up, stay humble, take action, and let Jupiter do what it does best. Now, wishing you a fantastic period of growth and bliss. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the given mobile number or email ID, which is flashing on the screen. So all the best to all the Cancerians, and wish you great luck. Welcome to all the Leo rising. Leo, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year. So it's a good time to review and pause and see what we want to achieve for the rest of 2026. Now, June 2026 is not a loud, flashy month for you. It is deeply powerful and quietly rewarding. It complements that what we just spoke, that we need to reflect. Now, what builds this month happens beneath the surface, spiritually, financially, and professionally. So, stay grounded, act with intention, and trust the process. Now, there are five transits happening this month, and one event of Mercury going retrograde in the last 2 days of the month of June. We will cover all the transit with tips and remedies as well. So, let's begin. Now, the first transit is on June 2nd, when Jupiter enters Cancer. Now, this is the biggest cosmic event of the year. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted, hits its highest peak of power, something that happens only once in every 12 years. Now, if you have missed a detailed 4 hours breakdown video posted on this channel on Astro Divas, don't worry, here is the quick guide on to what to expect. But I will still urge, if you really want to understand in details what this beautiful transit is going to bring for your Leos, please go to this channel and check on Jupiter enters Cancer video, which all of you have given a lot of love. Please go and watch it. Now let's begin. Jupiter enters your 12th house. Now the 12th house is house of foreign land, spiritual growth, behind the scene, expenditure, liberation. Jupiter rules your fifth house of intellect and creativity and eighth house of transformation and hidden wealth. So this Lord is going into the 12th house. Now, this is a brilliant time for spiritual growth and inner wisdom peak. Ketu being in your first house and your fifth Lord exalted in 12th is blessing your journey towards higher knowledge and liberation. Now, meditation retreats, inner work, and spiritual practices all carry extraordinary power now. Invest time here and watch your inner world transform. Now, there are foreign opportunities and international connections that will open. What I mean is, Jupiter exalted in 12th directly supports foreign travel, international collaboration, and opportunities from distant places. So, working abroad, connecting with foreign clients, or any cross border opportunities is one of the most supported windows in 12 years. One more thing that can happen is hidden wealth and unexpected gains will surface. Jupiter as 8th lord, exalted in 12th, creates a Vipreet Raj Yoga. So, sudden unexpected gains from hidden sources becomes possible. Old investment, insurance settlements, and inherited assets or money from unexpected channels, all of them can come. Now, keep your eyes open because something will surface now. Jupiter's fifth aspect will be on the fourth house, which blesses your home and mother. Now, Jupiter's fifth aspect on fourth house of home, property, your inner peace, your domestic life, mother. So expect genuine comfort and happiness on the domestic front. A property opportunity, a warm family period, or a simply deep emotional security settling into your home life now. Jupiter's seventh aspect will fall on Capricorn on your sixth house. Capricorn is a debilitation sign for Jupiter. So Your sixth house represents enemies, health, and deaths. So relief will come, but not automatically. Conscious effort needs to resolve health matters, to clear debts, or to handle competition. Jupiter supports, but does not do the work for you. Jupiter's most potent ninth aspect will fall on Pisces, its own sign, your eighth house, where you can also see Saturn is there. Saturn has been creating pressure. Now, Jupiter's gaze on its own sign, Swakshetra, Swarashi, quietly eases Saturn's heaviness, deep anxiety around transformation. All of these will start feeling lighter, while unexpected financial gains and hidden assets surfaces simultaneously. Now, one more point I want to highlight here, Leo, is your moksha houses are all active. Your fourth house with the aspect, your eighth house with the lordship, your 12th house where the placement is, and even your fifth house of your mantra sadhana and mantra siddhi. So you know where this is going for. This is going for a very very profound period for you. Even Ketu in your lagna. So please make you utilize this window for your spiritual and personal evolvement, and this chance is just given to you, Leo. All the other signs, some of them will get the moksha house activate, but yours is most profound, so make use of it. Now the second transit, very interesting. When Venus enters Cancer on 8th of June, just after 6 days, Jupiter enters Cancer. After that, Venus will also enter Cancer. Now Venus joins exalted Jupiter in your 12th house, forming Dvi Guru Yoga. Both the gurus are together. Venus rules your third house of efforts and 10th house of career and public image. So, what can happen here is career moves forward quietly behind the scene. Venus is 10th lord in 12th. This is fantastic. So, career growth happens privately through unseen efforts, foreign connection, and behind the closed door conversation can happen. A foreign client, an international project, or unseen career development. This is how your biggest professional moves happens now. Venus in your 12th house of foreign land and expenditure. Expect a natural pull towards luxurious foreign work trips, spa retreats, or high end experiences abroad. As your third lord, money flows towards costly hobbies, premium work related purchases, stylish office upgrades, or work wardrobe. Spend consciously but enjoy the quality this period brings. Now, Venus as third lord in 12th, also, you can expect creative work, artistic skills, or behind the scene projects find a profitable foreign or online outlet. If you have a skill or project sitting idle, this is the window to take it international or to take it global. Now, Venus will aspect your sixth house. Friction eases, but watch what you eat. Venus from 12th aspects the sixth house along with Jupiter, softening conflicts, easing health issues, and reducing friction in daily relationship. A quieter, more intimate phase with your spouse is strongly supported. However, Venus and Jupiter both aspecting this house can awaken serious sweet tooth. So, watch your sugar intake, indulgent eating, and rich food. What feels like a treat now can quietly show up as a health issue later, especially for the diabetic people. Now, there is a deep pull towards spiritual practice and personal evolution is on the cards that we just spoke in Jupiter's transit. Jupiter's exaltation and Venus gets exalted in the 12th house as per the Kalpurish Kundli. Now, both sitting in your 12th house of Moksha and Cancer itself being a Moksha sign creates a rare and powerful pull towards spiritual depth. Now, if you have ever felt the urge to start meditation, a spiritual practice, or any inner journey, this is your window. What you begin now will become a deeply transformative part of for your personal evolution. Only one warning here, Leo, is watch the know-it-all tendency, because Jupiter and Venus both are gurus, both in 12th. So wisdom and charm all elevated. You may quietly feel you have all the answers. You know best. You know better because you do. But watch this with, especially with partner, work colleagues, or with your kids' family. Frankly, with everyone actually, because wisdom with humility builds bridges, and wisdom pushed on others creates damage. Now, third transit is when on June 15th, when Sun will enter Gemini. Sun moves into your 11th house. This is wonderful. Income, gains, desires, network, and fulfillment of long held goals. Sun rules your Lagna. He is your Lagna Lord, your first house, making this deeply personal and powerful for you. If you can see on the screen, Mercury is already there in your 11th house, and it will stay there until 22nd of June. So it is forming a beautiful Budh Aditya yoga. Whenever Sun and Mercury sits together, they form this yoga. Now, Sun is your Lagna Lord in 11th. Your personal energy, identity, and drive aligns directly with income and goal fulfillment. Now, expect a surge in earnings, recognition from your network, and a real feeling that what you have worked towards is finally within your reach. Your network becomes genuinely useful. Sun in 11th illuminates friends, groups, professional networks, and community. The right people show up at the right time. Now, reach out to old contacts, attend events, put yourself in front of influential circles. Your presence carries real authority now. Now, why I'm telling you to do it consciously, Leo, because your 12th house is so heavy and it is going internal and reflective. But when Sun comes here on 15th of June, please try and push yourself uh, uh, to get social, because Sun is your Lagna Lord and it carries power. Now, Sun from 11th will also aspect the 5th house of children, creativity, intelligence, investment, romantic relationships. So, a direct boost from your Lagna Lord. So, creative projects gains momentum. Children will bring joy, and investment decisions carry the backing of your chart's most person planet. But we will still say that invest with caution. Now, Sun in 11 brings timely support and guidance from father figure, senior mentors, or authority figures in your network. A well timed word or introduction from someone senior can open doors that have been closed for a while. Now, only one warning here, Leo, is Sun in 11 can make you feel authoritative and central in group situation. So great until it tips into dominance. Keep your tone collaborative with friends, elder sibling, and your social network. Your light is bright enough. No need to outshine everyone. Now the next transit is on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus. Mars enters the 10th house. This is very good because Mars gets Digbal, the directional force in 10th house. Mars is very happy in 10th. So 10th house represents our career, public image, authority, and reputation. Mars is your yoga karka as well, ruling your fourth and ninth house, your bhagya house. Now, the single most powerful planet for Leo ascendant, your friend. The first thing is your career ambition and public image all fire up. Yoga karka Mars in 10th, one of the most powerful career transition is possible. Drive, ambition, and will to achieve all peaks together. Push for that promotion, launch that project, go after that goal. Kuja as Yogakarka in 10th is your green light to move boldly. Now, Mars as fourth lord in 10th means property discussions, home renovations, and matters related to mother becomes active and fast moving. So great for long pending property action, but avoid heated home arguments or impulsive real estate decisions made in a rush. Although Jupiter and Venus both in your 12th house, the house of foreign land, there is a quite possibility that you buy assets or a property in foreign land. This can also happen. Now Mars is ninth lord of fortune in 10th, so your luck and career aligns beautifully. Dharmic, honest work gets rewarded directly. Doing the right things professionally brings the right result. Your fortune responds directly to your work ethic now. Mars will aspect your first house, fourth house, and fifth house. So, first is body, home, and creativity. Energize will get energized. Mars from 10th aspects your physical energy will get energized, will activate your home and property, and also your fifth house. All of this firing up creativity, children, and investment. Body feels strong, home matters move fast, creative and investment decisions carry real momentum. Sun is also expecting your fifth house along with Mars. Both of them are expecting your fifth house. So Sun is expecting from Gemini, and now Mars is expecting from here. So both are very intense. This is a doubly planetary fire on the same house. Means romance and children matters gets highly energized. But watch your aggression or your temper and ego clashes with your romantic partner, and be gentle with your kids. Now, one morning here is Mars in 10th, power peak is there. There can be intense, demanding, and short temperedness with colleagues, also with your superiors, seniors. So, you need to be careful here as well. So it's a very powerful transit for you, your yoga karka, but also comes with a caution. The next transit is on June 22nd when Mercury will enter Cancer. Very, very busy month for all of us. So Mercury joins Venus and Jupiter in your 12th house. Wealth, wisdom, and grace united. Here is what can actually make change when Mercury arrives here. So wise and charming you were already. And now add speed and sharp communication. Jupiter gave wisdom, Venus gave charm. Mercury adds speed and sharp thinking and articulation, communication, behind the scene conversation, foreign negotiation, and private discussions all become sharper, faster, and more productive. So use this window. Now, your intuition may be heightened. So, pay attention to your dreams or sudden flashes of insights. They could carry certain valuable clues about how to handle your financial or professional path. There are hidden professional gains. What I mean is because your 11th house Lord of gains is involved with the 12th. So you might see rewards from work done in the past or gain from projects that are currently behind the scene. One more thing that I want to share is all of three of them will aspect your sixth house. Sixth house represents our enemies, competition, health, and deaths. So all of these gets triple boost. So don't worry. Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury all aspects your sixth house. Enemies quieten, hell matters resolves, and death clearance becomes genuinely possible. Any legal matter, workplace rivalry, or lingering health issue, this triple planetary gaze gives you the cleanest window to resolve it. Even if you have pets at home, sixth house represents our pets. Even if you have pets at home and they are suffering from some health issues or some behavioral problem, that will also get resolved. Now, Mercury as your second lord of wealth and 11th lord of gains in 12th. This means income through foreign sources. Online platform and international work gets a sharp, clear push because both your wealth houses, gains and second, 11th and second, in 12th. Now, I can tell you, Leo, that if you're really planning to buy foreign a land in foreign country or some asset in foreign, this is a very good window because both your gain and wealth lord is also now connected to foreign land. So that foreign project or online income stream, everything, clarity and momentum are both available right now. Now, one more thing is learning and upskilling deliver long-term value. What I mean is this transit in 12 supports foreign courses, online learning, and quite skill building done privately. So invest in a course, learn a new skill. What you build in this window will deliver returns well beyond June. Now, the next event, this is not a transit, this is just an event when Mercury retrogrades in Cancer. This is the time to review. This is the time the 12th house really gets activated. Mercury retrogrades in 12th. So, avoid signing any new contract or investment, starting any new project or big financial commitment in these final 2 days. Review, tighten the loose ends. July gives you a much clearer runway. Double check all communication because Mercury represents our intellect and communication. So miscommunication can come, emails can get misread, foreign correspondence can go wrong, details can get missed in paperwork. So reread before you send, pause before you respond, and we will discuss more on this. And I will bring more details and tips in our July monthly predictions because there is when we really need to focus because June it is just the last 2 days that you need to be careful. Now let's look at our weekly indicator. Now personal is high, career is high, social is medium, love is medium, health is medium. Nothing is low, Leo. Everything is high and medium. I think this is one of the best months so far because I've been reading for you since January, and these are the best indicators that I could see for Leo. So this is a good news, and let me also share some remedies with you. Now, during Jupiter and Venus in 12th, donate quietly, do seva without announcement because 12th house rewards silent good deeds. It's a house of secrecy and donation done anonymously gets good rewards. Now, before June ends, back up the files, close pending foreign communication, and reread important messages before Mercury hits retrograde. Now, June 2026 is building something powerful beneath the surface, Leo. Trust the quiet. do the work and watch what Jupiter delivers. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen. All the best to all the Leo rising. Welcome to all the Virgo rising. Virgo, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year. So it's a great time to review what we want to achieve for the rest of the year. And this is a good time to bring a monthly update. Now, June 2026 is bringing a wave of abundance, social energy, and long awaited fulfillment your way. Your network, income, desires, and relationship all gets activated this month. So show up, engage with people, and let this month deliver what you have been working for. Now, if you look at the screen, there are 5 transits for this month. Mercury retrograde is the event, the sixth event that is happening this month. It is only for 2 days because it's happening on 28th of June. So, anyway, we will cover all the transits and the tips and the remedies as well. Now, let's begin. So, the very first transit is on June 2nd when Jupiter is entering Cancer. Now, Virgos, this is the biggest transit of the year and not only for the month. The biggest cosmic event of the year is here. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted. It hits its peak, highest peak of power. So something like this only happens once in every 12 years. So if you have missed our detailed 4-hour breakdown video posted on this channel, Astro Divas, don't worry. Here is your quick guide on what to expect. But still, I will urge, please go through the detailed video where we have discussed every nuance of this very, very important transit which is happening this year. And this is actually going to change things on a positive way, especially with your career. Now, Jupiter enters your 11th house, the house of income, gains, desire, network, and fulfillment of long held goals. Jupiter rules your fourth house of home and property, and also the seventh house of marriage and partnership. So, income gains and long held desires finally move. Your fourth and seventh lord, exalted in 11th, creates a Hamsa Yoga, blessing your house of gains directly. Expect a surge in income, long pending financial goals closing, and desire held for a long time finally showing real signs is arriving. Home, property, and domestic happiness also gets blessed. Jupiter as your fourth lord getting exalted in 11th. So, property gains, happy domestic period, and emotional comfort flowing into your home life. A property investment, warm family period of simply deep security and abundance is settling at home, and all is strongly supported. Now, network and community also becomes your blessings, your biggest asset. Jupiter exalted in 11th activates your social and professional circle powerfully. The right people show up at the right time and reconnect with old contacts, invest in your community, and your network becomes a genuine source of opportunity and income in this transit. Now, fifth aspect of Jupiter will fall onto your third house. Third house represents communication and courage. And as per the classic, it is the Bahu Virya, the great courage and effort yoga which gets activated. So, your voice becomes a powerful income generator because exalted Jupiter aspect on your third house means your words, your writing, and your expression carries Jupiter's expansive and abundant energy. Every brave step you take towards your goals during this period gets Jupiter's direct support. Short trips, a sibling or close collaborator brings financial opportunity. So it means your Yatra Siddhi and Bhratri Sayog is on the cards. Now, a new skill, Kaushalya, learned under this transit will stay long and can convert into gains. Excellent transit for writers, journalists, people in sales and marketing, people in media, startups, also people in sports. Now, Jupiter's seventh aspect will fall onto your fifth house, and if you can see this, it hits the Capricorn sign. Now, Capricorn is Jupiter's debilitation sign, and fifth house represents children, creativity, romance, investments. So, opportunity comes in these areas, but will not be automatic. So, conscious effort is needed for children matter. Putra Sukha is there, but conscious nurturing will be required in this transit. And there will be beautiful expansion and quality to your love life, but needs honest expression. And existing relationship will also deepen with genuine joy. Creative projects and investment decisions will also deliver its results. Now, Jupiter's most potent ninth aspect, a very important aspect, our goes the Amrit Drishti. falls onto Pisces in its own sign in your seventh house. You can see Saturn is also there, and Saturn has been creating delays. Now, Jupiter's gaze quietly eases Saturn's pressure. So, marriage conversation flows naturally, partnership strengthens, and heaviness around relationship starts lifting beautifully. Now, this house is also a marriage house. So, marriage and committed relationships enter profound deepening. The classic calls this a Vivaha Vriddhi Yoga, as Jupiter is also aspecting the fifth house of love and romance, which means if you take little effort, it can convert into a love marriage. Now, a relationship that was struggling find its footing through wisdom and genuine commitment. So, good window to go for your marriage, or even if you're a married couple, you can go for planning your second kid, because seventh house also represents the second child. Now, business partnership entered now carries extraordinary long term potential, because seventh house represents a business partnership, and this is an auspicious time because Jupiter is blessing that house. So partnership, business partnership also gets the blessing. Now you attract partners who reflect your highest dharmic merit. So you may get people from your tribe. You may vibe well with them. So all in all, it's a very brilliant transit for you. Now, the next transit is on June 8th, when Venus will enter Cancer. Now, Venus also joins the exalted Jupiter in your 11th house, forming Dvi Guru Yoga. Venus rules your second house of wealth and ninth house of fortune and dharma. Now, Venus in your 11th brings beautiful social experiences, luxurious purchases, and warm abundance flowing through your network, elder sibling, and friend circles. Expect invitation, celebrations, and gifting. A genuinely enjoyable and socially rich period is on the card. Now, Venus as your ninth lord of luck and fortune, joining Jupiter in 11th, creates Dhan Yoga, the gains in wealth at its finest now, and wealth and luck combining directly in your house of income. So, a significant financial gain, lucky break, long awaited money arrives. This is one of the strongest wealth combination of the year for you, Virgo. Venus joining Jupiter in 11, both will aspect the fifth house, which represents our creativity, our intellect, romantic warmth, and genuine togetherness flow into closer relationship. The mild debilitated aspect Jupiter carried gets beautifully softened by Venus now, and marriage and partnership feels warmer, lighter, and more joyful. Now, Venus as ninth lord in 11th, so guidance, blessings, and timely support from a guru, mentor, or father figure flows naturally in this period. A well timed piece of advice or introduction from someone wise can genuinely change the direction of something important for you in your life. Now, just one warning is here, Virgo, that watch the know it all tendency, because Jupiter and Venus both in 11th, so wisdom and charm gets elevated, and you might feel that you have all the answers, because you will have all the answers. But in the social setting, watch this with your partner also, and in the social setting with your colleagues and family. Actually, frankly, with everyone, because wisdom with humility attracts, and wisdom pushed onto others quietly repels. So use this brilliant window and guide the people who you love. Now, the third transit is when Sun enters Gemini. Sun moves into your 10th house of career, public image, authority, and reputation. Now, Sun rules your 12th house of foreign land and expenses. Now, Sun gets Digbali in the 10th house as per the Kalpurish Kundli. Sun gets directional strength. So, professional confidence, authority, and visibility in the workplace genuinely rise. Push forward at work, take that lead on project, and your efforts get noticed and recognized in this period. Now, Sun as 12th Lord in 10, so career growth comes through foreign clients, international projects, overseas connection. Now, if a foreign or a remote work opportunity arrives, pay close attention. It carries more professional potential than it first appears. Now, Sun from 10th will also aspect your fourth house of home, property, and mother. So, domestic matters get lit up and fast moving. Now, Sun in 10th brings timely support from father figure, bosses, and senior authority figure in your professional life. So, a recommendation push from a superior or a recognition from authority can open significant doors this period. This is even good for any government contracts or dealing with government. Now, Sun has 12th Lord in 10th. So, 12th house represents expenditure. So, career related expenditure can rise. money towards work appearance, professional tools, or office upgrade. So spend with intention. Investment in your professional image, written value. But impulsive, ego driven spending will drain you. So watch where you are spending. Now, the next transit is when Mars will enter Taurus on June 20th. Mars enters your ninth house. Ninth house represents fortune, dharma, higher wisdom, long distance travel, your father, most importantly, your luck. Now, Mars rules your third house of efforts and eighth house of transformation. So, what does it mean is so fortune responds directly to your efforts. Mars has third lord in ninth, so your luck responds directly and immediately to your initiative, your self effort, and to your courage. The harder and smarter you work this period, the luckier you get. Now, Bhagya wakes up only when you take the first step. Now, short and long distance travel both are on the cards, and foreign opportunity will also open. So, Mars in ninth activates long distance travel and foreign opportunity. Now, this theme is repeating for your foreign opportunity, especially those requiring courage to pursue. These opportunities will open. A travel opportunity, foreign collaboration, or higher education in abroad. All these decisions will be favored, and Mars will give you the drive and fortune to go after it. Now, Mars will also expect 12th house, 3rd house, and 4th house. So, Mars from ninth will aspect the 12th house of foreign expenses, third house of efforts, and fourth house of home and property. So one important thing to note here is the aspect on the fourth house is Mars, as Sun is already aspecting the fourth house from the earlier transit that we saw, and now Mars will also aspect the fourth house. So there is a double planetary fire, means home and property matters surge forward, but watch aggression with family and especially with your mother. Handle domestic conversation with care. When Mars aspects 12th house, you may have to consciously watch your sleep cycle and impulsive spending. And the aspect on third house is good, which will give you more fuel and energy to your courage and initiatives. So, this was all about the Mars aspects. Now, Mars as eighth lord in ninth house means it gives courage to face hidden truths and handle sudden and unexpected changes comes naturally now. Old insurance matters, joint finances, or hidden family issue that needed courage. This is the window to handle them confidently. Now, only warning here, Virgo, is watch aggression in matter of faith and especially with your father, because Mars in ninth can make you forceful and aggressive about your beliefs, and with your father, mentor, or guru figure. So keep conversation around faith and higher wisdom open and respectful. Your conviction is strength, but imposing it on others can create friction. Now, the next transit is Mercury enter Cancer. This is important for you because this is about your ruler, your Lagna Lord. Mercury joins Venus and Jupiter in the 11th house, forming Lakshmi Narayan Yoga. Wealth, wisdom, and grace united together. Now, here is what can actually change when Mercury arrives in your 11th house. But by the way, this is also forming a Saraswati Yoga. Lord of intelligence, Mercury, joins a Lord of wisdom, Jupiter, and the Lord of grace, Venus. This is a beautiful, beautiful transit for you. In short, your Lagna, your ruler, and career lord joins Venus and Jupiter. So you become the complete package. How amazing is this, Virgo? I'm also Virgo ascendant and I'm really looking forward to this month. Now, Jupiter gave wisdom to you already, and Venus gave you charm in this house. And now, Mercury, as your Lagna lord and 10th lord of career, adds speed, sharp thinking, and articulate communication. You walk in the presence, speak with precision, and leave a lasting impression. Use this for your career moves, negotiation, and anything where words matter. Now, all three of them, that is Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus, they will aspect the fifth house. So, creativity, children, romance, speculation gets a simultaneous triple blessing. So, investment decisions taken confidently, romantic relationship will deepen. And for children matter, this is one of the most powerful windows of the year. You can plan for your first kid as well because there is a Putra Sukha. Now, very important is fifth house also represents our intellect and our creativity. And can you imagine all three planets of intelligence and charm and wisdom all are aspecting your creativity and your intelligence right now? This is a brilliant window for you. Now, Mercury as 10th Lord in 11th. Now, this is one of the most celebrated yoga in astrology. Professional communication and networking and career visibility reaches a genuine peak Important career conversation, salary negotiation, or professional pitches during this window carry exceptional clarity and power. Now, Virgo rising, I am not just using English words, heavy words here. This is really the best opportune time for you. This window is one of a kind, and Jupiter getting exalted is also happens only once in 12 years. So pay close attention to what I'm trying to tell you here, and please utilize this window. Now, Mercury is also your Lagna Lord and 10th Lord, alongside Venus and Jupiter in 11th. So, income streams multiply, new earning opportunities open from multiple direction, and stay organized and act on opportunities as they arrive. Lakshmi Narayan Yoga and Saraswati Yoga rewards those who show up and engage. Now, the sixth transit, we should not call it transit, it's an event when Mercury present in Cancer will go retrograde. So, what can we do is we need to pause, review, and we should not launch anything new when Mercury goes retrograde, or we should double check all communication if we want to launch anything. So, because there is a good chance of miscommunication, because Mercury is not only your Lagan Lord, but Mercury as in whole. For everybody, it represents communication and our intelligence. So, miscommunication in professional and social circle comes easy for you. Emails can get misread, financial details can get missed, conversation landing the wrong way. So, even tech can go berserk. This can also happen. So, reread before you send, pause before you respond, and watch this. You need to watch only for the last 2 days of the month, because it is happening on 28th of June. So we should talk about it more in the July monthly prediction, where I can bring more details and tips for you. So let's check your monthly indicators and some remedies. So personal and health is high, confidence, clarity, and magnetism strongly elevated. Career and finances high. Lakshmi Narayan and Saraswati Yoga is getting formed in your 11th. Social is high, network becomes genuine, source of opportunity, income, and joy. Love is also high, warmth, romance, and togetherness flowing beautifully. And health is medium to high. Strong overall, watch digestion. Rahu in sixth house will actually take care of all the enemies and opposition. So, Virgos, this must be the first time in the year we are scoring all the highs on the life's crucial parameters. So let me also share some remedy. First is you can chant Om Guruve Namaha or Om Buddhaya Namaha. This will amplify Hamsa Yoga or Lakshmi Narayan or Saraswati Yoga blessings directly. Then you can, during Mars transit, channel your energy into fitness. Courageous action and long pending travel decisions will be highly favored. Now, before the June ends, back up the files, review financial agreements, and close pending conversation before Mercury goes retrograde. Now, June is one of the finest month in years, Virgo. So show up, engage with your network, take action, and let Jupiter and Venus deliver what you deserve. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen, and I would be happy to assist you. Welcome to all the Libra rising. Libra, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year. So it's a great time to review what you want to achieve for the rest of the year. And it's a good timing that your June monthly prediction is here. Now, Libra, June 2026 is activating your career, public image, and deepest life purpose very, very powerfully. What you have been building quietly is about to become visible. So show up with grace, take bold steps, and let the month put you where you deserve to be. Now, if you look at the screen, there are 5 transits this month, and the last event is of Mercury going retrograde. So we will cover all the transit with tips and remedies. So let's begin. So the first transit Libra is very important and most awaited when Jupiter is entering in Cancer. This is on 2nd of June. The highest, biggest event of the year, Jupiter enter Cancer and gets exalted, hits its highest peak of power. So something that happens only once in 12 years. And if you have missed our detailed 4-hour breakdown video posted on this channel on Jupiter entering Cancer, don't worry. I will try and give you a quick guide on what to expect. But I will still urge that if you really want to understand this transit in details, please go on this channel, check for Jupiter in Cancer video, and a lot of love has been given on that video. Please go and watch for your ascendant sign or for your moon sign both, and that will be worth, because a lot of changes are going to happen for all of us, because it is the biggest transit of the year. Now Jupiter enters your 10th house, Karmasthana. This is very important, the house of career, public image, authority, and reputation. And Jupiter rules your third house of efforts and sixth house of daily routines. So, but it is getting exalted in your 10th. So, it's a positive energy and very, very powerful. First and foremost, your career, authority, and public image reach a peak. Jupiter exalted in Karmasthana creates a Hamsa Yoga, blessing your career with wisdom, grace, and divine authority. So expect a recognition, promotion, new responsibilities, and a genuine sense of Karma Siddhi. Your career finally moves where it always should have. Now, secondly, daily challenges and health issues start resolving. Jupiter as sixth lord exalted in 10th. It's like a Vipreet Rajyog kind of tendency will get activated, turning daily struggle, health issues, and competitions into stepping stone. Now, and enemies will quieten, deaths will ease, and health issue will get resolved. There is a Shatru Nasha and Roga Nasha, both supported beautifully with your effort. Now, courage and efforts get rewarded professionally. Jupiter as third lord of Parakram, courage, in 10th. That means every bold pitch, every brave step, and courageous professional move gets Jupiter's direct blessing. Now, this is your green light to initiate and pursue what you have been hesitating on. Parakram Vriddhi brings Karma Siddhi when you act. Now, another thing that can happen is Jupiter's fifth aspect is on your second house. Second house represents wealth and family. They also get blessed. So Jupiter fifth aspect on second on Dhanstana. So family finances improve. Speech carries wisdom and authority, and Dhanvriddhi and Vak Siddhi both gets activated. Expect warm family conversation and real financial improvement. And when I say Dhanvriddhi, I mean to say gains in wealth, and Vak Siddhi is when you speak, because second house also represents a speech. And when Jupiter aspects, your speech becomes very wisdomful and people would like to listen to you. Now, Jupiter seventh aspect falls on the fourth house on Capricorn sign. Now, this is a debilitation sign for Jupiter. And fourth house represents our Sukha Sthana, of home, property and mother. Property and domestic opportunities comes, but they need conscious effort. Results will not come automatically. Meet them halfway. Jupiter support, but it won't do the work for you. But expect good things for your domestic harmony, for your mother, for your house, property, for your vehicles. This is a good window. Now, Jupiter, most potent and important, Amrit Drishti, falls on Pisces in its own sign in your sixth house, where Saturn also is there, if you can see on the screen. Now, Saturn has been creating pressure, but Jupiter's gaze now quietly eases Saturn's burden. Chronic health issue, long pending deaths, and workplace enemies all start losing their grip. If you have pets, their health and behavior also improves, and daily routine gets blessed by Jupiter. And you can get a grip on your entire life actually by sorting your daily routine and your health. Now, doing seva and service will enhance these blessings, as sixth house represents seva and service to others. All in all, a very excellent transit, Librans. And please go and watch that complete video. Is about 20-22 minutes for each ascendant and each moon sign. So please go and watch that video. You will get more nuances in that video. Now, next transit is on June 8th, when Venus will enter Cancer. Now, Venus joins exalted Jupiter in the 10th house, forming Dvi Guru Yoga. Venus is your Lagan Lord, your ruler, and 8th Lord as well, making this deeply personal and transformative for career and public life. Now, Venus, your ruler, your Lagna Lord, in 10th, blesses your professional self with charm, diplomacy, and magnetic personality at work. Creative ideas get noticed, superiors warm to you naturally, and your professional image reaches its most graceful peak. Karmasthana is lit up by Shukra's beauty. What else can happen is hidden talents and transformative skills surfaces professionally. So Venus has 8th Lord in 10th. So hidden talents, research ability, and deep transformative skills find a professional outlet. So a skill, idea of creative strength you have kept quietly within will find its momentum to shine, especially in your career house. Now, Jupiter and Venus both aspecting fourth house. Earlier, Jupiter was aspecting, now Venus also joins and aspect the fourth house of home, property. Now this house gets double blessing, and the debilitation tension of Jupiter carried from Capricorn will get softened up by Venus' graceful gaze. So there is a Bhumi Adi Labha and Griha Sukha. Both get supported. Property decision moves from, more smoothly, and domestic happiness rises. And Matru Ashirwad blessings for mother also flows naturally. Now Venus and Jupiter both aspecting fourth can awaken a serious sweet tooth and love for rich food and domestic indulgence. So enjoy the comfort, but watch sugar intake and overindulgent eating. What feels like a treat now can quietly become a health issue. Now, only one warning is here that you need to watch the know it all tendency. Jupiter and Venus both in 10th in your career house. So, there is wisdom, knowledge, charm, all is elevated. So, you may feel you have all the professional answers, which you really have, Librans, but watch this with your colleagues and clients and your family members as well, because Vidya, knowledge shared with humility, builds reputation, and wisdom imposed on others quietly damages it. So, all in all, a brilliant transit for you. The third transit for you is on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini. Now, Sun moves into your ninth house, the Bhagyasthana. Ninth house represents our fortune, dharma, higher wisdom, long distance travel, and our father. Now, Sun rules your 11th house of income and gains. Now, this is a beautiful connection. Why? Because ninth house is of luck and fortune, and 11th house is of gains. So, there is a beautiful alignment here. Bhagya and Labha connecting directly. So, let's see what can happen here. A meaningful financial opportunity or a lucky break or fortunate introduction through your father or mentor is on the cards. Now, Sun in 9 supports foreign travel, higher education, and philosophical pursuits. That is Videsh Yatra, Vidya Siddhi, both are activated. A long distance trip, international opportunity, or pending courses or your study certification, all this is genuinely supported window to pursue it and complete it. Now, Sun from ninth will aspect the third house of effort and communication. So, your voice carries authority and initiatives carry the backing of fortune. Now, Sun in Bhagyasthana in the ninth brings timely blessings from father, guru, and senior mentor. Even the Pitru Ashirwad, blessings from ancestors, is also on the card and it flows naturally. So, a well timed conversation, blessing, or introduction from someone senior can shift something significantly for you. So, it's a good transit for your father's health and for your father as well. Now, Sun in ninth, this is the finest placement for dharmic action, prayers, and spiritual practices. Whatever you do with genuine faith carries extraordinary power. A simple daily practice of mantra or meditation will anchor and amplify everything Jupiter is delivering this month. Now, the next transit is on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus. Now, Mars enters your eighth house, the house of transformation, hidden wealth, sudden changes, and joint finances. Now, Mars rules your second house of wealth and seventh house of partnership. Very important houses for you, Libran. So, this is a double marak. So, we'll need to handle it with care. What I mean is, Mars is in 8th, activates your Guptadhana, hidden assets, insurance, settlement, joint finances, and inherited wealth. All will come into the focus. Now, old financial matters, tax issues, loans, and shared assets. This is your window to handle them decisively and clear the slate. Now, Mars in 8th gives extraordinary research ability as well and courage to dig deep into hidden truths. Work involving research, investigation, healing, or transformative fields gets a powerful surge of energy and results this period. Now, Mars will also aspect your 11th house, second house, and third house. So, the house of income, wealth, and efforts, all of these will get fired up. Mars from 8th aspects 11th house of gains, second house of wealth, and third house of efforts. So, there is Dhanavriddhi, gains of wealth, Parakram, there is courage, and all of these gets activated simultaneously. So, income gets a push, family, finances energizes, and daily efforts carry sharp, decisive energy. So, drive financial goals forward boldly. Now, Mars along with Sun both will be expecting the third house. So, if we have seen from the last transit where Sun was also expecting third house, and now Mars is also joining Sun to aspect third. So, there is a double planetary fire, means effort will surge powerfully, but at the same time, watch the aggression, especially in communication with your sibling, neighbor, work colleagues. Now, Mars is your double marak, second house lord and seventh lord in eighth house of sudden changes. So, we need to handle it carefully. Watch physical health, avoid reckless risk, and handle marriage and partnership with extra care. Dampatya Sukha, the marriage happiness, needs a conscious protection. And avoid getting into heated arguments with in laws as well, because 8th house also represents our in laws. Mars in 8 aspecting second house can make family financial decisions heated and aggressive. So slow down before you speak in money matters and relationship. So this is a powerful transit, but comes with a caution. Now the next transit is on June 22nd, very busy month. Mercury will enter Cancer. Now Mercury joins Venus and exalted Jupiter in your 10th house. This is so beautiful because 10th house is so important for all of us, and it is forming Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, wealth, wisdom, and grace united in Karmasthana. So, what can happen here, Librans? Before that, I think I want to share that it is also forming a Saraswati Yoga. Yes, Saraswati is the goddess of skills and knowledge. So, when Mercury joins Jupiter and Venus, uh, the Lord of Wisdom is Jupiter, Venus is the Lord of Grace and Kala, and Mercury is the lord of your intelligence and communication. When all of them come together, it forms a beautiful Saraswati Yoga. So, here is what actually changes when Mercury arrives. So, what is happening till now is Jupiter gave you wisdom in your 10th house, and Venus added charm. Now, Mercury, as your ninth lord of Bhagya, adds speed, sharp thinking, and articulate communication. You walk into meeting with presence, speak with precision, and fortune backs your word. So, Vak Siddhi and Karma Siddhi unite beautifully for career success. All three aspects the fourth house: home, property, and inner peace and mother. Now, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury, all from the 10th house, will aspect the fourth house. Fourth house is Griha Sukha, domestic bliss, Bhumiyadi Labha, property gains, and Matru Ashirvad, blessing from your mother, all following simultaneously. So, property decision gets finalized, domestic happiness peaks, and mother supports arrive beautifully under this triple benefic gaze. If your mother has been facing any health issue or not doing so great, this is the blessing or this is the gaze that will help her, and all the issues will get diluted. Now, Mercury as ninth lord in the 10th. Now, this is another very beautiful combination in astrology. Fortune and career gets aligned. So, professional breakthrough that felt distant will suddenly become real, and a promotion, significant client, or career defining opportunities will arrive. So, Guru Krupa will deliver through your professional life now. One interesting thing that can happen is due to Mercury and Venus Jupiter is learning and upskilling will deliver the career value. There is a Lakshmi Narayan Yoga and there is a Saraswati Yoga in 10th. So, education, certification, learning any new skill, building new skills invested now pays back through your career directly. So, start that course, deepen that skill, and what you build now, this is the window that elevates your karmasthana well beyond June. It will go on for many, many years. Now, next event is on June 29 when Mercury retrogrades in Cancer. Now, we will have to pause, review, and do not launch anything new. Do not sign any career contract or launching professional project in this window. We'll have to double check all the communication. Miscommunication in professional circles come easy when Mercury goes retrograde. Emails is misread and financial details gets missed. Conversation landing in the wrong way and even tech going berserk. All of this can happen. So reread before you send anything. Pause before you respond, and watch last 2 days in June very carefully. I will bring much more details on this on Mercury retrograde in the July month's prediction, because in June there are only 2 days that you have to be careful, but July is the month when we will talk about it more. Now let's look at the monthly indicator. Career and finance is high. Hansu Yoga and Lakshmi Yoga and Saraswati Yoga, everything is forming in your 10th house. Finest career month in 12 years. Personal and health is also high. Social is medium. Love relationship is medium. And health is medium. Watch overindulgence, sweet tooth, and Mars Marka energy in the 8th house. Now let me share some remedies for you. You can chant Om Gurve Namaha. This will amplify Hamsa Yoga in your 10th house directly. And during the sun in ninth, you can visit a place of worship, offer prayers, and also you can do something nice for your father, guru, or mentors. And yes, one very important thing is you can do Pitru Tarpan or Guru Vandana. This will amplify your ninth house luck powerfully. And now, before June ends, like we spoke, back up your files, review career communication, and close pending conversation before Mercury goes retrograde. June 2026 is your career defining month, Libra. So, show up with grace and act with courage, and let Jupiter deliver the recognition you have been working forward. Now, if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the given mobile number or email ID, which is there on the screen right now, and I'll be very happy to assist you. All the best to all the Librans. Welcome to all the Scorpio rising. Scorpio, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year. Yes, so it's a great time to pause, review what we want to achieve for the rest of the year. And this is a good timing to bring in the monthly predictions as well. So, Scorpio, June 2026 brings a deeply expansive and relationship focused energy your way. Partnership, marriage, foreign connection, and your deeper philosophical self all gets Jupiter's divine light this month. So, stay open, engage honestly, and let this month deepen what truly matters. Now, if you look at the screen, Scorpios, there are five transits this month, and there is one sixth event when Mercury is going retrograde. So, we are going to cover all these transits and along with tips and remedies on how to navigate this month. So, let's begin. The first and foremost transit is on June 2nd when Jupiter will enter Cancer. This is the most awaited, the biggest cosmic event of the year. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted. It hits its highest peak of power. Something that happens only once every 12 years. And if you have missed a detailed 4-hour breakdown video posted on this channel, don't worry. Here is your quick guide on what to expect. But it's a quick guide here. And if you really want to understand this biggest transit of the year, please go to the Astrodiva channel and look for Jupiter enters Cancer video. We have elaborated and given all the nuances, all the nitty-gritties of this transit, and you should look into it and utilize and get prepared what all can happen for you. Now, Jupiter enters your ninth house, which is your Bhagyasthana, the house of fortune and luck and dharma, even higher wisdom, father, long distance travel, and your belief system as well. Now, Jupiter rules your second house of wealth and fifth house of children and intellect, making it a pure benefic and Trikona lord for Scorpio. Now, this is a very, very powerful transit for you, Scorpio. Just don't see that I am telling you something with heavy English words or something, or trying to bring give you a lot of positive affirmations or something. No, this transit is really, really very important for you. You need to realize that all the trikonas house of your chart are getting activated by this transit, and Jupiter is our biggest benefic planet. So this transit is very useful and important, and get prepared for it. So let me tell you what all can happen. So first thing first, Jupiter, your second and fifth lord, gets exalted in ninth house, forming Hamsa Yoga directly in your house of fortune. So expect a powerful surge of luck, meaningful opportunities arriving, and a deep inner clarity about your life's purpose and direction. Bhagya Vriddhi is at its finest. Now, wealth, children, and wisdom all get blessed simultaneously. Jupiter as second lord of wealth and fifth lord of intellectual exalted in ninth. So family wealth grows, children bring extraordinary joy, and your intellectual and creativity pursuits carry divine grace. There is dhan vriddhi, putra sukha, and vidya siddhi all activates together. This is one of the finest Jupiter placements possible for your sign. When I say dhana vriddhi is gains of wealth, putra sukha is happiness from children, and vidya siddhi is gain in knowledge. Now, when Jupiter is there in the ninth house exalted, expect foreign travel, Videsh Yatra, long distance travel, higher education, and blessings from a guru or a father figure, all strongly supported. And if you have been considering a foreign trip, a course of higher studies, seeking guidance from a mentor, or going abroad for your further studies, Even your children can plan to go abroad for further studies, and Guru Kripa is fully available and flowing in this window. Now, Jupiter's fifth aspect is on the first house, that is on yourself, your personality, and your health. All of this gets the blessings. Jupiter's fifth aspect lands directly onto your first house. So your confidence, physical health, your personality, overall vitality, all receives Jupiter's graceful blessing. So expect to feel more energized, more purposeful, and more aligned. The right people and opportunity naturally gravitates towards you during this period. Now, Jupiter's seventh aspect falls on Capricorn. This is a debilitation sign for Jupiter in your third house of efforts and communication and courage. It's a Parakram Sthan. So, opportunities through communication, writing, and daily efforts will come, but will not automatically come. You will need to put efforts on it. So, push through the initial resistance, and you can see the magic happening. Parakram activates, but debilitation means you must lead the effort. So another thing that can happen is Jupiter's most potent ninth aspect, Amrit Drishti, falls on Pisces in its own sign, Swashetra, into your fifth house, where Saturn is also has been creating pressure around children, creativity, and romance. Now, Jupiter's gaze here on its own sign quietly eases Saturn's heaviness here. Children related matters find beautiful resolution, creative blocks dissolves, and romantic warmth returns naturally. Even some speculation gains are also on the card. And your creativity and intellect will also get blessing because fifth house is mainly for your intellect and creativity. So you will get most inspired and can create impactful creation. Soulful romance we have already spoken, and yes, progeny is also on the card. So if you're planning for your first kid, this is a golden window. Now fifth house also represents our past life merits, so they will also convert into present day blessings. The classic calls this Purya Punya Phal, the fruit of past life merits arriving at their destined and divinely appointed time. What arrives during this transit is not luck, it is cosmic reward. So receive it with deep gratitude and use it with wisdom. Fortune arrives through alignment and not struggle. Opportunities appear at exactly the right time through seemingly coincidental encounters and perfectly timed conversation that carry genuine and lasting significance. Now, fifth house also represents our mantra siddhi, mantra sadhana. So your spiritual practices reach peak potency. Now, this alignment facilitates mantra siddhi, allowing you to achieve results and depth in months that might otherwise take years. So, it's a premier window to establish a lifelong mantra practice chanting as your devotion is met with accelerated spiritual progress and clarity. This is so wonderful. Now, fortune arrives through alignment and not struggle. So, opportunity appears at exactly the right time. So, make use of it. It's a very wonderful transit for you, Scorpio. Now, the second transit is on June 8th, when Venus will enter Cancer. Venus joins exalted Jupiter in your ninth house. This can't get any better. This will form Dvi Guru Yoga. Venus rules your seventh house of marriage and partnership and 12th house of foreign land and spirituality, bringing love, foreign connection, and spiritual depth together beautifully. Now, Venus as your 12th lord in ninth means a luxurious foreign trip, spiritual retreat, or high end travel experience is strongly on the cards. Videsh Yatra with beauty and comfort, whether it's a pilgrimage, a wellness retreat abroad, or a educational seminar, or a meaningful foreign journey with your partner. This period supports all of it beautifully. Now, when Venus is your seventh lord, the house of marriage. Joining exalted Jupiter in ninth brings happiness in marriage. The Dampatya Sukh will be there and it will be at its finest. Now, expect deep romantic warmth, meaningful conversation with your spouse, and a genuine sense of togetherness and shared purpose. Dvi Guru Yoga blesses your most important relationship beautifully. There is also one thing I would like to share here is seventh house also represents the second child. So if you are experiencing any health issue or behavioral issue with your second child, this aspect will bring resolutions to that also. And if you're planning for your second child, this is a golden window that Jupiter is blessing. Now, Jupiter and Venus both will aspect your third house. The debilitation tension Jupiter carried on Capricorn also gets softened by Venus' graceful grace. Now, communication becomes more charming and persuasive. Creative efforts find an audience, and Parakram Sthana, the house of courage, gets both wisdom and beauty, supporting it simultaneously. Now, Venus is 12th lord. Now, this is interesting, joining Jupiter in Bhagyasthana in the ninth house. So, with Jupiter's blessing, Guru Krupa from ancestors, the Pitru Ashirvad, both will flow naturally and abundantly. So, a meaningful blessing, timely guidance, or life changing introduction from someone senior, someone elder, uh, someone wise will arrive, and you need to stay open and receptive to it and be watchful. Now, only one thing that can there is one warning here, but before warning is I want to share with you. So anyone who is wanting to go abroad or wanting to close that deal with your foreign client, any export or import or any higher education in abroad, anything to do with foreign is on the card. So even if your visa is stuck, anything that is bothering you, any documentation, any legalities, that will also get resolved. Okay, so now there is only one warning here is watch the know-it-all tendencies, because Jupiter and Venus both are gurus and both are there in ninth house of wisdom and philosophy. So everything, the charm and the knowledge, everything is elevated here, and you may quietly feel that you have the spiritual and intellectual answers, which you have, Scorpio. But watch this with your partner and family and friends around, because Vidya shared with humility inspires others, and wisdom imposed on others quietly pushes them away. Now, the next transit is on June 15th, when Sun will enter Gemini. Sun moves into your eighth house, house of transformation, hidden wealth, sudden changes, joint finances, and research. Now, Sun rules your 10th house of career and public image. Now, don't worry, don't feel that career is going in depth. Career growth happens behind the scene. That is how we need to read it. Sun as the 10th lord in 8th. So, career progress this period through research, hidden efforts behind closed doors, and transformative work rather than public visibility. So, stay focused on your deep work. Now, investigation and building it quietly, that gets built behind the scene, will surface powerfully in your career later. Now, hidden wealth and joint finances come into focus. Sun in 8th illuminates hidden assets, joint finances, insurance matters, and inherited wealth. Even if you are suffering for any chronic diseases, everything will come to light. There is Gupta Dhan comes into the moment. So, old financial matters, tax settlement, or shared money issues that needed clarity, Sun's direct gaze here brings them to the surface for a resolution. Energized Sun from the 8th will aspect your second house of family, wealth, and speech. Family financial matters will get lit up and fast moving. Sun in 8th gives extraordinary focus in investigative power and the courage to face deep hidden truths about yourself and your life. Now, this is a powerful transformative period for personal evolvement, deep healing, and any research occult based work. Embrace the depth rather than resisting it. Now, Sun in 8 makes you intensely private and secretive as well. Stay open to the transformation rather than controlling the outcome. Eighth house rewards surrender and courage, and not the ego and resistance. Next transit is Mars enters Taurus. Yes, your Lagan Lord, your ascendant, your ruler. Mars enters your seventh house, house of partnership, marriage, business dealing, and public relation. Mars rules your first house, your Lagna, and sixth house of enemies and health, making most energetic and action oriented planet for you. Now, Mars as Lagna Lord in seventh, so your personality or your personal energy, drive, and assertiveness pours directly into the partnership and business dealing zone. So, push forward on your joint ventures, business negotiation, and formal agreements. Kuja in Kalatrasthana gives you the courage and decisive energy to close deals boldly. Now, Mars as sixth lord in seventh, so daily health, workplace competition, and enemy related matters gets activated through your partnership and public dealing. Competitors and rivals who operate through your public or business sphere gets neutralized. Shatru Nasha is supported, especially through bold, direct action. So what I mean to say is your enemies and your competition will get diminished, because Mars is a warrior and Mars is very sharp. Now, only one thing here I want to tell you, Scorpio, is watch health for your spouse, because the sixth house represents diseases and health, and this is coming to your spouse house, which is your seventh house. So you need to watch the health for your spouse. Now, I think one tip that I can give you immediately here is sixth house is also our daily routine and our health. So, what you can do is establish a healthy daily routine with your spouse. That way, both of you can take care of your health. Now, Mars has three aspects. Mars from seventh will aspect the 10th house of career, first house, which is you, which will give you drive, and second house of family and wealth. So, Karma Siddhi is there, Deha Shakti and Dhana Vriddhi all gets activated. So, good health, gains, and success in work will all get activated. Now, Sun is also expecting your second house. So, the earlier transit we spoke that Sun is expecting the second house from the eighth house. Now, Mars is also expecting the second house from the seventh house. So, there is a double planetary fire. Means family, finances, and speech are highly energized, but you need to watch aggression and heated words with family members. And one more thing I would like to share is second house also represents food. So avoid eating spicy food and avoid spicy arguments as well. Now, Mars in house of marriage as Lagna Lord brings passion and intensity into marriage and close relationship. Beautiful when channelized well and explosive when not. So, watch your tone with your spouse and business partner. Avoid power struggle and let passion express itself through warmth rather than aggression. So, slow down before you speak in partnership and professional dealings and personal relationship as well. Now, next transit for you, Scorpio, is when Mercury will enter Cancer on June 22nd. Very, very busy month for all of us. Now, Mercury joins Venus and Jupiter in your ninth house, forming Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, wealth, wisdom, and grace united in Bhagyasthana. Now, this is also creating a Saraswati Yoga. Saraswati is the goddess of skills and knowledge. So, when Mercury, the lord of intelligence and communication, joins the lord of wisdom, Jupiter, and the lord of grace, Venus, this yoga gets activated. Now, here is what actually changes when Mercury arrives. Till now, Jupiter gave you the wisdom and Venus gave you the charm. Now, Mercury, as your eighth lord, adds sharp investigative thinking, research, depth, and articulate communication to this combination. Now, conversation around hidden matters, research, joint finances, and deep intellect topics all become sharper, faster, and more productive. Use this window for anything requiring both depth and precision. Now, Mercury as eighth lord joining Jupiter and Venus in ninth. So, deep knowledge, foreign income, research based earning, and spiritual wisdom all sharpen and expand simultaneously. A foreign opportunity, an online research project, or a course in deeper knowledge is on the card. So, Videsh Labh and Vidya Siddhi both are available and strongly supported. Now, all these three planets, Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus, will aspect your third house. So expect Vaka Siddhi, Yatra Siddhi, Sahaj Sukha. What I mean is, Mercury being the natural karka of communication will add the Vak Siddhi and Lekhan Siddhi, making your words and writing carry extraordinary power and you can become persuasive. Then Yatra Siddhi makes the short trips related to third house very fruitful, and Kaushalya Vriddhi sharpens. Third house is about our skills. So it will get sharpened, and Sahaja Sukha brings warmth. That is the happiness from siblings will also be on the card. So there is triple benefic blessings on your Parakram Sthana all at once. Now Lakshmi Narayan Yoga and Saraswati Yoga in your Bhagyasthana. So education, writing, teaching, and any intellectual pursuit invested in now carries extraordinary fortune and grace. So start writing, start teaching, start that course, bring it online. What you build and share during this window will serve you and others well beyond June. One more thing here is third house also represents writing, communication, media, sales and marketing, anything you do with arms and hands, because third house is our hands and arms. And short trips, our siblings, our neighborhood, our cousins, our work colleagues, and also our documentation. So everything related to third house is getting triple blessing. So people who are good at any skills, or they make any product or anything with their hands and arms, like you are a writer, you are a painter, or if you even make, if you're good at cooking, anything that you do with your hands, even in sports, you need to bring your creative, skillful talents online, because third house will support if you bring things online. So this is a golden window to start that podcast or that YouTube channel or that Instagram that you have been waiting for. This is a golden opportunity that all three natural benefit planets are looking at your third house. So go for it, and let me know in the comments later that it has been a golden window for you. Now on June 29th, the second last day of the month, Mercury retrogrades in Cancer. We will have to pause, review, and do not launch anything or sign any new agreement last 2 days in this month. Double check all your communication. Miscommunication in professional and social circle will come easy. Emails can get misread. Financial details can get missed. Conversation landing wrong way, and even tech can go berserk. So read it before you send, pause before you respond, and watch these 2 days of the month carefully. Even if you're traveling, check your tickets and stay booking and everything very carefully. And I will bring more details on this in details in the month of July when we really need it, because June, it is just the last 2 days that you have to take care. Now let's look at the monthly indicator. Scorpio. Personal is high, career and finance is high, social is medium, love and relationship is high, and health is high. Almost everything is high, Scorpio. It's a great month for you. Still, I'd like to give you some remedies. One is that during the Mars in seventh, channel your intensity into joint productive activities with your spouse. A shared fitness routine, or a healthy diet, or a meaningful trip together will ease the intensity. Now, before June ends, like we spoke, back up your files, review foreign communication, and close pending agreements before Mercury fully retrogrades. And you can always chant Om Gurve Namaha. This will amplify the Jupiter's exaltation blessing coming your way. Now, June 2026 is one of your most fortunate and spiritually rich months in years. So go deep, stay honest, and let Jupiter in your ninth house, in your Bhagyasthana, deliver what your soul has been seeking. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and the email ID given below on the screen. All the best to all the Scorpions. Welcome to all the Sagittarius rising. Now, Sagittarius June 2026 is bringing one of the most personally transformative and emotionally fulfilling months of the year your way. Your home, your heart, your relationship, and your deepest sense of security all gets Jupiter's divine blessing. So stay grounded, open your heart, and let this month nurture what truly matters. Now, if you look at the screen, there are 6 events for this month. We will break it down for each transit and will share with you how to navigate this month productively. Let's begin. The first transit, a very important transit, is happening when Jupiter enters Cancer. Jupiter is your ruler. Jupiter is getting exalted. This is your month, Sagittarius. Now, the biggest cosmic event of the year is Jupiter entering Cancer and getting exalted. Jupiter hits its highest peak of power, something that happens only once every 12 years. And if you have missed a detailed 4-hour breakdown video posted on this Astro Diva channel, don't worry. Here is your quick guide on what to expect. But here it is only just a quick guide. But this transit is so important that it deserves for you to get to know all the nuances, all the nitty-gritties in details and in depth, because it is your ruler who is getting exalted and it is the biggest transit of the year. So please go and watch the other video on this channel. Every ascendant, we have given at least 25 minutes to each ascendant and spoken on details, and we have got a lot of love on this that video as well. Now, Jupiter enters your eighth house, the house of transformation, hidden wealth, sudden changes, joint finances, research, and good vidya, occult science. So, Jupiter rules your lagna, your ruler, and your fourth house of home and mother, making it your chart's most personal and nurturing planet. So, what it means for you, Sagittarius? First is hidden wealth, unexpected gains, and transformation gets blessings. Jupiter, your Lagna Lord, exalted in 8th, creates Viparit Rajyog kind of tendency. So, Gupta Dhana will surface, hidden wealth will surface, and unexpected gains from hidden sources becomes genuinely possible. Old investments, inheritance, insurance settlement, or money from completely unexpected channels, or the forgotten money, everything. It is creating a Hamsa Yoga in 8th house. This is turning the transformation into the abundance. Now, another thing that can happen is deep spiritual and occult knowledge opens up. Jupiter exalted in 8th, so good Vidya, Siddhi, activates powerfully. Your interest and ability in occult science, astrology, healing, and deeper spiritual knowledge all expand naturally. Finest spirit for anyone doing their PhD is drawn to research, mysticism, or transformative knowledge. What you learn here goes very deep and stays for a very long time. Now, Jupiter is very good for students as well. Now, Jupiter's fifth aspect will be on the 12th house. So, 12th house is our foreign and our sleep. So there is a Videsh Labha and spiritual pursuits get direct blessings. So foreign income, meditation, spiritual retreats, and behind the scene work carries Jupiter's grace. Invest in your inner world and watch outer rewards that follows. Now Jupiter's seventh aspect will fall on Capricorn sign. It's Capricorn. It is its debilitation sign. So your second, it is falling onto your second house. Second house represents our food, family, our wealth. So financial improvement will come, but needs conscious efforts. So Dhanavriddhi gains are supported, but not automatically. So meet it halfway with discipline, financial action. Now Jupiter's most potent ninth aspect, the Amrit Drishti, very very important potent aspect will fall on Pisces in its own sign. So you on your fourth house. Fourth house is the Sukhasthana, the house of peace, happiness, domestic bliss, your mother, your property, your vehicles. You can see Saturn has been creating pressure around home and mother, but now Jupiter's gaze quietly eases Saturn's heaviness. Griha Sukha returns, your domestic bliss returns, Matru Ashirvad flows, your mother's blessing flows, and Vahana Labha becomes possible. You can buy a good new vehicle also, and all the comforts and peace settle back into your domestic world. Now expect domestic bliss, happiness from mother, gains in property dealings, and also from assets and vehicles. Your Lagna Lord getting exalted is a very powerful window for you, Sagittarius, and I will still urge you to go and watch that video in details. Let's move to the next transit for this month. Next transit is on June 8th when Venus enters Cancer. Now, can it get better? Sagittarius. Venus joins exalted Jupiter in the 8th house, forming Dvi Guru Yoga. Venus rules your 6th house of daily challenges and 11th house of income and gain. Venus in 8th draws you toward deep, transformative, and luxurious experiences. Spa retreats, healing therapies, beauty treatments, and sensory indulgences all feel especially appealing. Shukra in 8th brings natural elegance to hidden work. Anything creative or aesthetic done behind the scene finds a genuinely appreciative audience. This is also making a Viprit Rajyo. Now, Venus as 11th Lord in 8th, income from unexpected sources, joint finances, partners' wealth, bonus your partner is getting, or behind the scene work all gets activated. So there is a Sarva Labha tendency when 11th Lord sits in transformation house with exalted Jupiter. So, what I mean to say is gains from all sides. So, watch the money from channels you did not plan for. Now, Venus 6th and 8th, I said that it's creating a Viprit Raj Yoga on your daily routine, health issues, and workplace friction. All of these will find natural resolution through transformation. So Rogue and Shatru Nasha both supported. Enemies quitten and chronic health patterns shift, and daily friction also reduces beautifully. Now Jupiter and Venus both from the 8th house will aspect the second house of family and wealth. What it means is the first of all the debilitation tension Jupiter carried gets softened by Venus graceful gaze, and family finances improves. Warmth and joy within the family flows naturally this period. Only warning here is Sagittarius, watch sweet tooth and know it all tendency. Now, Jupiter and Venus both in it when they aspect your second house of food and family and your speech. Um, so what can happen is you can get indulged into rich and heavy food, especially sweet, because Jupiter and Venus together, there is a famous combination in astrology that it can cause diabetes, especially if it is connected to sixth and second house. So you need to watch your sweet tooth, and Venus will always want you to eat rich, nice gourmet food. So enjoy it, but watch the limit. Because over indulgent eating and sugar intake is not good for your health. And another thing is know it all tendency, because Jupiter and Guru are two gurus. One guru of wisdom and of grace joining together. So you will feel that you know it all, which you know, but still watch your words with your partner, family, and colleagues, because Vidya with humility always lands better. Now, the next transit is on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini. Sun moves into your seventh house, house of partnership, marriage, business dealing, and public image. Sun rules your ninth house of your luck and fortune, Bhagyasthana. Now, Sun as your ninth lord in seventh. So, luck and fortune follow directly through partnership, public dealing, or from one on one relationship. A fortunate business deal, meaningful partnership, or spouse related opportunities. Sandhi Siddhi, supported by Pitru's Ashirvad, arrives through your public sphere. What I mean to say is, there is the opportunity and also the ancestors' blessing arriving in your public sphere. Now, Sun in seventh illuminates public image, bringing authority and confidence to all one on one dealings and relationship. Dealings with clients, partners, and public response warmly. Father figure and authority figures play a direct role in supporting partnership and business dealing. Sun from seventh aspects Lagna also, your first house. So personal confidence, vitality, and sense of self gets a direct boost from your ninth lord. Mars also expecting Lagna from Taurus, which we will cover in the next transition. But you can see Sun and Mars both will be now aspecting this house. So you need to watch your words, and maybe you can get a bit aggressive tendency, because so many powerful planets are watching you. Now, Sun in your marriage house also means your spouse steps into a leadership role, shines brightly as Sun, or become more dominant and authoritative. Now, your father, because Sun represents father, and even ninth house is connected with represents father. So, your father may also play a role in marriage matter, but as Sun is your ninth lord of luck, uh, bhagya and dharma, any interference tends towards a positive and supportive outcome rather than conflict. Now, the fourth transit is on June 20th when Mars will enter Taurus. Now, Mars enters your sixth house, Shatrusthana. This is a very good transit. So, enemies, competition, health, daily work, and service. Mars coming here will take care of all your enemies and your health issues. Mars rules your fifth house of your creativity, intellect, and 12th house of foreign and expenditure. Mars in Shatrusthana, house of enemies, is at its most natural and powerful. Mars is a warrior. So there is a Shatru Nasha, destruction of enemies will get activate, and any workplace rivalry, legal opposition or competition. Mars gives decisive courage and stamina to handle it head on head and win. Mars in 6 activates Deha Shakti as well, physical energy, fitness, drive, and daily discipline surge powerfully. Excellent window to start a new fitness regime, and destruction of health diseases is on the card. Rognasha is supported through active discipline effort. Now, Mars from 6th will aspect your ninth house, 12th house, and 1st house. So, fortune, foreign, and personality gets activated. Mars from 6th aspects ninth house of luck, 12th house of foreign, and first house of self. So there is a Bhagya Vriddhi, Videsh Labh, and Deha Shakti all activated. That is luck, gains, and gains from foreign and good health. One important is Sun was already expecting the Lagna that we spoke earlier. Now Mars is also joining here. So there is a double planetary fire, means personality peaks extraordinarily, but watch the ego and aggression with everybody. Now, Mars is fifth, Lord in sixth. So, children matter needs careful handling. Avoid aggressive exchanges with children or romantic partner. Creative projects may face resistance. Treat them as challenges. Mars rewards those who push through. The Mars is 12th Lord in sixth means expenditure rises towards health and competitive pursuits. Invest in physical well-being consciously. Investment in self is not expenditure and returns genuine long-term value beyond June. Now, the fifth transit is on June 22nd when Mercury enter Cancer. Now, this is a very busy month for all of us. Now, Mercury joins Venus and Jupiter in your eighth house. Now, wealth, wisdom, grace united in House of Transformation. Here is what actually changes when Mercury arrives. First, Jupiter gave you wisdom, Venus gave you beauty. Now, Mercury, as seventh lord, adds sharp analytical thinking, gives articulate communication. So, research peaks, investigative work sharpens, and your ability to uncover hidden truths and communicate them becomes extraordinary. So, use this window for anything requiring depth and precision. All three planets will aspect the second house. So, the power of pen, voice, and wealth, Jupiter and Venus and Mercury. Now, family finances improves, kutumba sukha flows, and dhana vriddhi wealth arrives through triple benefic blessing on your house of wealth. Now, Mercury as seventh lord in the eighth, that is Sandhi Siddhi, activates opportunity from partnership and business dealing. Conversation needing clarity can finally happen productively. Joint finances or financial decisions, shared assets, and partnership agreements will be benefited from Mercury's sharp energy. What has been murky becomes clear and actionable. Another thing that which can happen is deep knowledge and occult learning deliver long-term value. Good for education in research, healing, occult on transformative knowledge carries extraordinary long-term returns. So Guru Vidya Siddhi is at its most powerful. So start that course in astrology, healing, or hidden sciences. And what you learn now serves you deeply for years. Very, very good transit for students, people who are doing their research or their PhDs. Now, the last event is on June 29th, the second last day of the month, when Mercury retrogrades in Cancer. We all have to pause, review, and do not launch anything new in these last 2 days of June. Double check all the communication. Mercury represents our communication and our intellect, and Mercury is going retrograde. So, miscommunication can come easy. Emails can get misread, financial details can get missed, conversation landing wrong, and tech going berserk. All can happen. So, reread before you send, pause before you respond, and watch these last 2 days carefully. I will bring more details and tips and remedies on this in the July monthly prediction when we will need it most, because in June it is just the last 2 days that you need to take care. Now let's look at the monthly indicator Sagittarius. Personal is high, career is high, social is medium, love and relationship is medium, health and competition is high. Now mostly all of them are high or medium. This is a fantastic month for you. Let's look at few remedies also. I wanted to share is yeah, you can call upon Hanumanji. Will be very good for this month. And during Jupiter and Venus in eighth, invest in meditation, healing, or occult study. Good Vidya Siddhi rewards sincere inner work, and it's an excellent period. And before June ends, like we spoke, back up your files, review joint financial communication, and close all the pending conversations related to finance before the Mercury retrogrades. Now, June 2026 is deeply transformative and quietly abundant, Sagittarius. So, go within, trust the hidden process, and let Jupiter, as your Lagna Lord, deliver unexpected gifts from the most surprising places. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given on the screen, and I'll be very happy to assist you. All the best to all the Sagittarius rising. Welcome to all the Capricorn rising. Capricorn, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year. So it's a great time to pause and to review what we want to achieve for the rest of the year. And it's a good timing that monthly prediction for June is here. So Capricorn, June 2026 is one of the most relationship defining and partnership focused months of the year for you. Marriage, business partnership, foreign connection, and your deepest one-on-one bonds all gets Jupiter's exalted blessing. So show up with openness, communicate with warmth, and let this month bring the connections your life has been calling for. Now, if you look at the screen, there are six events this month, and we are going to break it down each with some tips and remedies as well. So let's begin. The very first and biggest cosmic event is happening on June 2nd when Jupiter enters Cancer. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted, hits its highest peak of power, something that happens only once in 12 years. And if you have missed a detailed 4-hour long video posted on this channel, don't worry, here is your quick guide on what to expect. But I will still urge you to please go onto this channel, look for Jupiter in Cancer and go through that video, as we have broken down every nuances with nitty gritties with all the depth and details that we can fit in the 4-hour long video. So go and have a look, but still let's begin here. Now Jupiter enters your seventh house. Now seventh house is for marriage, for spouse, partnership, business dealings, your public image, and most importantly, any one-on-one relationship that we have in life. Jupiter rules your third house of efforts and 12th house of foreign land and spirituality, bringing courage, foreign connection, and spiritual depth into your partnership zone. Now, marriage, partnership, and business dealing gets divine blessing. Jupiter exalted in 7 creates a Hamsa Yoga sitting in the house of marriage and blessing it. So, it's blessing your most important relationship with wisdom, grace, and expansion. So, if you are single, this is one of the most powerful window in 12 years for marriage. Viva Yoga is strongly activated. And for married couples, the Dampatya Sukha deepens beautifully. That is the happiness from marriage deepens beautifully, and business partnership finds the right alignment. So, even good for planning your second child, because seventh house also represents the second child. And if you have a second child already, then you can find improvements in their studies, their behavior, their overall well being, and health. Now, Jupiter has 12th Lord in 7. That means partnership with foreign nationals, international business collaboration, and spiritually aligned relationship all get strongly supported. A foreign business partner, an international client, or even a life partner connected to a different culture or country from far away, Videsh. So Videsh Labha arrives through in this period. Now Jupiter has third lord of courage in seventh. So every brave conversation, every courageous step you take towards commitment or partnership gets Jupiter's direct blessing. That difficult conversation you have been avoiding with your partner, that business proposal you have been hesitating. So Parakram Vriddhi in relationship brings Sandhi Siddhi when you act with intention. So this is a good time to go ahead and close those deals. Now Jupiter's fifth aspect lands on the 11th house of income gains and desire. This is a beautiful aspect. Labhasthana receives Jupiter's direct grace. Now, long-held financial desires start showing sign of arrival. Income improves and your network delivers unexpected opportunities. Now, fifth aspect means your creativity and intellect also plays a good role here. Jupiter's seventh aspect falls on Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is the debilitation sign for Jupiter. It's a niche drishti, so which is your own lagna on your first house, your own personality and health. Personal growth, health improvements, and self development will come. You will have the opportunity, but needs conscious effort, and that's very easy for you, Capricorn, because all most of the Capricorns I've seen are very sincere. Now, Jupiter will support your personal evolution here, but debilitation means you must actively show for it. Now, Jupiter's most important aspect, most potent Amrit Drishti, falls on Pisces, its own sign, Swakshetra, into your third house of efforts and communication. Now, you can see Saturn has been creating pressure around efforts and courage. Now, Jupiter's beautiful gaze quietly eases Saturn's heaviness here. That feeling of blocked initiative, delayed communication, or suppressed courage starts lifting, and the parakram flows from more freely, and your communication also returns naturally. This is a wonderful thing to happen. So, writing, content creation, knowledge sharing becomes your most powerful wealth creators. Lekhan Siddhi, the perfection of writing and communication as an instrument of both wisdom and wealth will happen. A book, a course, a podcast, or a skill you share publicly during this transit can generate financial and social rewards that far exceeds your most optimistic expectation. Excellent for people in sales and marketing. writers, communicators, social media, journalism, sports, arts and craft, artists and craftsmanship, everything, because everything that you do with your hands and arms, shoulders, because third houses are hands. So all such natives can, go for the online business. Just go and open an online store and show up to the world. Your hobbies can turn into your bank balance. So all in all, a very good transit for you. Now, second transit is on June 8th when Venus will enter Cancer. This is just getting better, Capricorn. Venus joins exalted Jupiter in your seventh house, forming Dvi Guru Yoga. Venus rules your fifth house of children and creativity and 10th house of career and public image, bringing love, creativity, and career grace into your house of partnerships pair. Now, Venus in seventh, Shukra's most natural and beautiful placement, because Venus represents marriage, and this is the house of marriage. So, this is a most beautiful placement for Venus. So, your spouse or partner becomes more attractive, charming, and loving during this period. Your own personal charm in all one on one dealings can reach its peak. Clients are warm to you, and partners feel more connected, and romantic warmth flows effortlessly into your closest relationship. Dampatya Sukh is at its finest. Happiness from marriage at its peak. Now, Venus is 10th in 7th. This is very good for business opportunity and career growth. So, career growth, this period comes through partnership, client relationship, and public dealing rather than solo effort. So, a business partnership that elevates your public image, a client who becomes a long term collaborator, or joint ventures that advances your career. So Karma Siddhi arrives through Sandhi Siddhi. Beautiful combination. I would like to add one more aspect here is even your spouse, if he or she is your business partner, this is a very good time to for that startup or for that collaboration to begin. So just go for it if you're planning one. Now Venus as your fifth lord, joining Jupiter in seventh. Now, very good for marriage because fifth house represents romance and seventh house represents marriage. So, very, very good window for love marriage, love getting converted to love marriage. And even if you're planning for children, there is a Putra Sukha. You can plan for your first kid, second kid, all everything is blessed here. And one more important is creative collaboration with partner flourishes and romantic relationship carries both wisdom and beauty. So yes, all creative projects will get this golden window, and this is genuinely blessed and supported window for everything that we have just discussed. Now Jupiter and Venus both aspects your first house, your lagna. So what happens is first house is our personality, so personality gets double blessing. The debilitation tension Jupiter carried on Capricorn gets beautifully softened by Venus graceful gaze, and your personality becomes more magnetic, your health gets support, and people around you notice you as a genuine warm person. Grace and attractiveness is also on the cards, and you carry it so well. Now one warning I want to share with you, Capricorn, is the know-it-all tendency and sweet tooth. Yes, Jupiter and Venus both in seventh aspecting your lagna, so wisdom and charm gets elevated. You may feel you have all the answers, especially in relationship matters, which you will have, but still watch the tone and watch the sweet tooth and rich food indulgences. Both planets aspecting first house, so just keep a watch on your diet and your sweet tooth, especially around spouse, colleagues, and family, because Vidya with humility always wins. Now, the third transit is on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini. Sun moves into your sixth house, house of enemies and competition. So, Shatru Sthana, enemies, competition, health, daily routine, your service. All of this are represented by sixth house. Sun rules your eighth house of transformation and hidden matters, bringing investigative power and transformative energy into your daily work life. Now, enemies, competition, and workplace challenges gets handled. Sun as eighth lord in sixth. This is a Viprit Raj Yoga getting activated. So, turning hidden enemies and workplace competition into opportunities rather than obstacles. That difficult colleague, a legal matter, or a competitive situation that has been draining you, Sun, investigative fire, here burns through it quietly and decisively. Shatru Nasha is supported, destruction of enemies happen. Now, health, daily discipline, and hidden strength surface. Sun in sixth gives physical strength, daily discipline, and stamina to push through chronic health issues or demanding work schedules. Deha Shakti rises. Start that fitness routine, address that lingering health matter, or simply channel that extra physical energy into productive, disciplined daily action. Roga Nasha is also supported effectively. Now, Sun aspects 12th house from the 6th. That means foreign, spiritual, and hidden matters gets illuminated. Sun from 6th aspects 12th house of foreign land, expenses, spirituality. So, hidden matters and foreign connection gets lit up and fast moving. Eighth lord in sixth, so hidden workplace dynamics, secret rivalry, and behind the scene politics all gets illuminated and brought into the open during this period. So use this investigative clarity wisely, address what needs addressing, and stay ethically grounded and let the truth do its work rather than forcing confrontation. One more thing is watch your ego in your daily work and health matters. Sun and six can make you intensely competitive, critical, and demanding in your daily work environment. You can get the results, but don't get hard on a relationship. Keep your tone collaborative with colleagues and subordinates. Your competitive edge is your strength this month, but how you wield it defines your workplace reputation going forward. Now, sixth house also represents our pets. So, sun coming here will give a rise in their health and vitality as well. Only thing is, sun in sixth will can cause some inflammation because sixth house also represents our gut and stomach. So, avoid spicy food and spicy speech both. Now, let's move to the next transit. Now, the next transit is on June 20th when Mars enters Taurus. Mars enters your fifth house. Fifth house represents children, creativity, intellect, romance, speculative gains, and past life merit. Now, Mars rules your fourth house of home and 11th house of income, making it a very powerful yoga karka for Capricorn ascendant. Mars is Yoga Karka, one of the functional benefic planet for you, ruling fourth and 11th, very, very big and important houses. Now in fifth house of intellect, creative energy, and even your speculation, children. Drive all of these to peak simultaneously. So push forward on creative projects, make those investment decisions you have been sitting on, and trust your instincts. Purva Punya, past life merits activated, means efforts in this house carry past life merit and support. Now, financial gains and domestic stability both actively supports your creative and intellect pursuits. A home-based creative project, an investment from home saving, or a creative idea that generates income, dhanavriddhi and griha sukha, both channeling your through your fifth house now. Mars from fifth will aspect your eighth house of hidden wealth, 11th house of income, and 12th house of foreign land. So Gupta Dhana, Sarva Labh, and Videsh Labh all activated simultaneously. So hidden financial matters surface, income gets a decisive push, and foreign opportunities connected to creative or investment work opens up. So act boldly when these arrives. Even your children can go abroad for foreign education. This is also highly supported. Mars in fifth brings fierce protective energy around children. So wonderful for pushing their education activities and opportunities forward decisively. But watch the tone, aggression, or heated exchanges with children and with your romantic partner. Mars here can make you demanding and intense with the people you love most. So soften the delivery. Next transit is on June 22nd when Mercury enters Cancer. Now, this is a very busy month for all of us. Mercury joins Venus and Jupiter in the seventh house, forming Lakshmi Narayan Yoga and wealth, wisdom, and grace united in the house of marriage. This is also creating a Saraswati Yoga. Saraswati is the goddess of skills and knowledge. And so, when Mercury, the lord of intelligence and communication, joins the lord of wisdom, Jupiter, and the lord of grace, Venus, this beautiful yoga gets formed. Now, here is what actually changes when Mercury arrives. Partnership conversation becomes sharp, deep, speedy, and decisive. Jupiter gave wisdom, Venus gave charm, and now Mercury, as your sixth lord, adds sharp analytical thinking and articulate communication to your partnership dealings. But Mercury in 7 carries a special quality. Your words in relationship becomes deeply meaningful, carefully chosen, and carry unusual weight and wisdom. So, conversation that have been pending can finally reach real clarity and resolution. This is so beautiful. Now, all of these three planets will aspect your first house of personality, health, and your own self. So, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury will give you Deha Shakti. A personal magnetism reaches at its highest point, and debilitated tension on Capricorn dissolves beautifully. Your health and vitality improves. You become sharp and logical and graceful and also charming. Now, Mercury as your sixth lord in seventh. So, daily work challenges, health matters, and workplace competition all gets resolved through your sharp communication, your intellect. Partnership dealing and precise analytical thinking is also on the card. So, a well negotiated agreement, a clever business conversation on a precisely worded proposal. So, there is a Sandhi Siddhi and Karma Siddhi, both arrives through the quality of your words and partnership. Now, only one tip here is pay close attention to your spouse health, because sixth house represents diseases and health, which is coming to your spouse house. So that means diseases are coming towards your marriage and spouse house. So take care of your spouse health. Now, education, communication skills, and intellectual pursuits invested in now pays back directly through your partnership and career. So, start that course, sharpen that skill, write that proposal. What you build during this window elevates your public dealing and goes well beyond June. Now, the next event is on June 20th, the second last day of the month, when Mercury retrogrades in Cancer. Now we have to pause, take a break, and do not sign any new contract on these last 2 days of June. You need to recheck, reread everything that is there with your public dealing and with your business partnership or contracts and agreements. Because when Mercury goes retrograde, our communication and intellect goes retrograde. So emails can get misread, contract details get missed, conversation landing the wrong way, and even tech can go berserk. All of this can happen. So take a pause before you respond and watch these last 2 days of the month carefully. I will bring more nuances and details in the July monthly prediction, because June you need to handle this for only last 2 days, but July is the month where we have to really see all the nuances. Now let's look at the monthly indicators. Capricorn, personal is high, triple benefic aspecting on Lagna. It's a very good month for you. Career and finance is high. Social is medium. Love and relationship is high. Everything is there in your seventh house, all three benefic. Health is medium, strong overall, but watch sweet tooth. Now, I would like to share one or two remedies here. First is active listening. Mercury can sometimes make us want to solve a partner's problem with logic. Now, during this transit, resist the urge to immediately give advice. Instead, practice active, empathetic listening to strengthen the emotional bond. Now, joint intellectual pursuits with partner, balanced routines, gentle throat care, and feeding birds and nurturing house plants are also best remedies for this month. Now, before June ends, that we have spoken, back up the files, review all partnership communication, and avoid signing contracts until Mercury goes direct in July. Now, June is a month for turning your sharp ideas into tangible success while nurturing your closest connections. So, wishing you a fantastic period of growth and bliss. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the given mobile number or email ID, and I will be very happy to assist you. All the best to all the Capricorn rising. Welcome to all the Aquarius rising. Aquarius, we have finally reached the halfway mark of the year. So it's a great time to review, pause what we want to achieve for the rest of the year. We are officially in June. So, Aquarius, June 2026 is activating your health, your daily life, your service, and some of the most meaningful spiritual and foreign connection of the year. This is a month where quite consistent effort delivers extraordinary results. So, show up, do the work, and watch Jupiter rewards every sincere step you take. Now, if you look at the screen, there are 6 events happening this month, and we are going to break it down for each transit, including tips and remedies as well. So, let's begin. The very first transit is on June 2nd. when Jupiter enters Cancer, this is the one most awaited, the biggest cosmic event of the year. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted, hits his highest peak of power, something that happens only once every 12 years. And if you have missed our detailed 4 hour long video on Astro Diva, you can again go back to this channel and look for that video, Jupiter enters Cancer. And in that video, we have spoken at length in details, every nuances, every aspect of Jupiter, the lordship benefit, the placement benefit, the aspect benefit, and the tips and remedies. Everything are spoken at length and in details. But nonetheless, I will try and cover everything here in our monthly prediction as well. So let's begin. Now, Jupiter enters your sixth house. Sixth house represents the house of daily work, health, services, enemies, competition, and daily habits. Jupiter rules your second house of wealth and 11th house of income and gains, making it a powerful financial planet, now activating your house of daily effort. So, what can you expect is first, enemies, competition, and daily challenges starts resolving. Jupiter exalted in your sixth house is turning your biggest daily challenge into stepping stone rather than obstacle. That difficult colleague who has been making your life hard, that legal matter sitting unresolved, that health issue you have been managing. So Shatru Nasha and Roga Nasha both activates. Things starts clearing up in a way that you genuinely did not expect. Now Jupiter as second lord of wealth and 11th lord of income, both your money houses now sitting exalted in your sixth house of daily work. So this is the universe saying very clearly to you, show up, do the work, serve with integrity, and your dhana vriddhi and sarva labha will follow. The more effort you put in this period, the more directly your income responds. Secondly, health, fitness, and daily habits get a divine boost. Jupiter exalted in sixth, so Deha Shakti, your physical strength and vitality, gets Jupiter's grace. And Roganasha, healing from illness, is strongly supported. So, if you have been dealing with a chronic health issue, a fitness goal you kept postponing, or simply wanting to build better daily habits, this is one of the finest window in 12 years to genuinely transform your health and daily routine. This is because sixth house represents a pet. This is a golden window for your pets also. So if they have been showing any behavioral issue, diet issue, health issue, that will also get resolved. Now Jupiter's fifth aspect is landing onto your 10th house, the house of career, karmasthana, the house of public image. So success in your professional life gets Jupiter's direct blessing. Expect recognition at work, new responsibilities, your ideas are getting noticed, and a genuine sense that your career is finally moving with divine support behind it. Now, Jupiter's seventh aspect falls on Capricorn, its debilitation sign in your 12th house of foreign land. So, foreign opportunities and spiritual growth are available in this period, but they will not land automatically. You need to actively pursue them. So, put in the effort and meet them halfway. Now, Jupiter's most potent aspect, Amrit Drishti, the nectar-like gaze, falls on Pisces, its own sign. Swarashi, Swakshetra, your second house of wealth and family, where Saturn has been creating financial pressure and delays. Now, Jupiter's gaze on its own sign, Swakshetra quietly eases Saturn's heaviness. So there is a dhanvriddhi, growth of wealth, flows more freely, family finances stabilizes, and kutumba sukha, warmth and harmony within the family also returns naturally. This is a beautiful transit Aquarius. Go and have a look on the detailed video. Now the next transit for you is on June 8th when Venus will enter Cancer. Venus joins exalted Jupiter in your sixth house, forming Dvi Guru Yoga. Two great cosmic teachers are united in your sixth house. Venus rules your fourth house of home and ninth house of fortune and dharma, bringing domestic comfort and divine fortune into your daily work and health sphere. Now, this is a beautiful combination. Although people are scared, Aquarius rising are scared that it is happening in the sixth house, but if you see all these genuine combinations which are happening, you would know that the impact is beautiful. Now Venus in your sixth house brings a natural desire to make your daily work environment more beautiful, comfortable, and aesthetically pleasing. Your work space gets a refresh, your daily routine gets a touch of luxury. And if you work in creative beauty or service based field, Shukra in sixth gives you work and elegant and charm that clients and colleagues genuinely respond to and appreciate. Now, Venus as your ninth lord, very important, most important house, your bhagya, fortune, and dharma, sitting in your sixth means your luck flows directly through your daily effort, service, and work ethic. The more dharmic and sincere your daily actions this period, the more fortune responds. Guru Kripa arrives not through luck but through the quality of your daily service and commitment. Now, Venus as your fourth lord in sixth. So, Griha Sukha, peace, happiness at home directly supports your health and daily well being in this period. So, comfortable home environment, Matru Ashirwad, your mother's blessing, and domestic peace all contributes to your physical and mental health in a very real and tangible way. Now, Jupiter and Venus both aspecting your 12th house. Now, this is a very profound information that I'm sharing. 12th house represents moksha. So, moksha mark opens. Foreign connection becomes accessible, and deep pull towards meditation and spiritual practice arrives naturally. But remember, 12th house is also the house of hospitals, expenditure, and both planets sitting in your 6th house of gut and stomach and health and daily habits means you need to watch your health, especially your sweet tooth and sugar intake, seriously. Ignore it now, and you may end up spending on health issues rather than spiritual retreat. But the point that I wanted to highlight here is both the planets, Jupiter and Venus, both the gurus are looking at the house of spirituality, the 12th house, house of isolation, house of meditation. So, this window is very good for people who want to begin their meditation journey or even start their spiritual journey. A very, very profound impact will happen if you do this in this window. Only one warning here I wanted to share with you is know it all tendency. Jupiter and Venus both in sixth house, so wisdom and charm both elevated. So you may start feeling you have all the answers, especially around your health, daily routine, and how others should be living their lives. So watch this with your partner, colleagues, and family. With their knowledge shared with humility, helps people. Knowledge pushed on others quietly pushes them away. So be careful here. Now, the next transit for you, Aquarius, is on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini. Now, Sun moves into your fifth house. Fifth house represents children, creativity, intellect, romance, investment, and past life merit, even mantra sadhana. Now, Sun rules your seventh house of partnership and marriage, bringing relationship energy and personal authority into your creative and intellectual zone. Now, Sun as your seventh lord in fifth house means your creative confidence, intellectual sharpness, and investment instincts all get direct boost from your partnership lord. This is a wonderful period to launch a creative project, make an investment decision that you have been sitting on, or simply channel your intelligence into something that genuinely excites you. Past life merits, Purva Punya, is also getting activated and supporting you. Now, Sun is seventh in fifth. Your romantic life and close partnership carries a warm, confident, and almost luminous energy this period. So, your partner may step into more confident or leadership oriented role. Romance feels more alive and meaningful, and new romantic connections carry a genuine depth and quality that feels different from the ordinary. Now, Sun from fifth aspect, 11th house. 11th houses of income, gains, and social network. So, Labhasthana getting a direct boost from your seventh lord. Now, Mars is also expecting your 11th house, which we will cover in the next transit, but there is a double planetary fire. I will speak more in the next transit. Yes, here we are. The next transit when June 20th, Mars enters Taurus. Now, Mars enters your fourth house, Sukhasthana. Uh, Fourth house represents home, property, mother, emotional security, and domestic life. Now, Mars rules your third house of efforts and 10th house of career, making it a powerful yoga karka beneficial planet for you, Aquarius. Now, your professional ambition and domestic drive both activate simultaneously. So, push forward on property decision, home based work projects, and career goals that have a domestic or a foundational angle. Puja, Mars is Yoga Karka in fourth, rewards those who acts boldly on their home and career foundation right now. Working from home also becomes more productive. Now, Mars brings fast moving, decisive energy to any pending property decisions. home environment or real estate investments. Bhumiyadi Labh gains through land and property, and Vahan Labh, comfort on new vehicles are both strongly supported. So, if there is a property decision waiting to be made, this is your window to act on it. Now, Mars from 4th aspects 7th house of partnership, 10th house of career, and 11th house of income. So, Sandhi Siddhi, success and harmony in partnership, Karma Siddhi, achievement in your career, and Dhana Vriddhi, growth of wealth, all getting Mars decisive fire simultaneously. Sun is also expecting your 11th house from the last transit that we discussed. So there is a double planetary fire, means income surges powerfully, but watch that tone and aggression and heated argument with friends, elder siblings, and business partner or your spouse during this period, even your family members. Now, mother and home life needs gentle handling. As your home environment becomes more energized, active, and at all time high. So, heated arguments during this period can happen. So, watch your tone with your mother. Avoid aggression, home arguments, and handle domestic decision with patience. Now, the next transit is on June 22nd when Mercury enters Cancer, a very, very busy month for all of us. Now, Mercury joins Venus and Jupiter in your sixth house, where wealth, wisdom, and grace united in Shatru Sthana. Here is what actually changes when Mercury arrives here. First is you were hardworking and charming, and now add analytical thinking. Jupiter gave you wisdom, Venus gave you grace and fortune. Now, Mercury, as your fifth lord of intellect, adds sharp analytical thinking, quick problem solving, and brilliant communication to your daily work. Your ability to diagnose problem, find solution, and communicate them clearly becomes extraordinary. Colleagues and clients notice you. Uh, you think fast, you speak more precisely, and deliver results with an intelligence that genuinely impresses. Now, Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury, all three of them will aspect your 12th house together. The Moksha Marg, the path of spiritual liberation, Videsh Lava gains from foreign, deep contemplative pull towards meditation and inner work all arrive simultaneously. Now, as we mentioned earlier, Jupiter and Venus sitting in your 6,000 daily habit means wash that sweet tooth and gut health carefully. Mercury joining them only amplifies the temptation towards indulgence, so be conscious. Now, your analytical thinking and precision skills apply directly to your everyday work, life, and health matters. So, problem that felt complicated at work starts finding clear solutions. Health issue gets diagnosed and addressed more precisely. And colleagues and superior notices that you're sharper, more effective, and more detail oriented in your daily role than usual. Now, the sixth event of this month is on the last second day of June, that is on 29th June, when Mercury retrogrades in Cancer. This is a time to pause, review, and do not launch or sign anything new. Avoid starting new health routines from scratch, signing work related agreements, or making big daily work commitments. In this final 2 days, review, tighten loose ends. July gives you much clearer runway to move forward with everything this month has set up. Double check all communication. Mercury represents our communication and intellect. So miscommunications in daily work and professional circle can come easy. Emails can get misread. Health related details can get missed. Work conversation landing the wrong way and even tech going buzzer. All of this can happen. So read it before you send, pause before you respond, and watch these 2 days of the month very, very carefully. I will bring much more nuances and details in depth in the July month's prediction when we will need it the most. Because in June, you look at the benefits and only last 2 days you need to take care of this. Now let's look at the monthly indicator. Personal is high, career and finance is high, social is medium, love and relationship is medium, health is high. There is Rogunasha, strongly supported, but watch sweet tooth. Now, Aquarius, this is a very good month for you. I will also share one of the remedy. Very important remedy here I wanted to share Aquarius is donate medicines to hospitals or dispensary or to unprivileged people because Jupiter and Venus in sixth responds directly to this. And also because it is aspecting the house of hospital, donating medicines will help. Now you can chant Om Lakshmi Narayan Namaha. Venus as your fifth lord and your Ishtadev And Mantra Siddhi transiting this month makes it more powerful that you chant mantra for your Ishtadev or any Dev of your choice. Do a secret dan, give quietly, tell nobody, let the 12th house do its work because anonymous donation is related to the 12th house. Now build a daily routine. Mars Yogakarka in 4th supports this. And before June ends, you need to take care of all the communication that we spoke about before Mercury retrogrades. Now, Aquarius, June 2026 is your month to show up, do the work, and let Jupiter reward every sincere daily effort. The cosmic support is extraordinary. All it asks for you is consistency, humility, and honest action. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number or email ID given below, and I'll be very happy to assist you. Welcome to all the Pisces rising. Pisces, we have officially reached the halfway mark of the year. We are in June. So it's a great time to pause, to review, and see what we want to achieve for the rest of the year. And this brings to a golden opportunity of the June monthly prediction. Pisces, June 2026 is one of the most personal, significant, and career defining months of the year for you. Jupiter, your own Lagna Lord, your ruling planet, is coming home to Cancer, activating your deepest sense of purpose, your father's blessings, your fortune, and your career all at once. So stay aligned with your Dharma, act with integrity, and let this month elevate you where you truly belong. Now, if you look at the screen, there are six transits or events happening this month, and we are going to break it down one by one, including tips and remedies as well. So, let's begin. So the first transit is on June 2nd when your ruler Jupiter enters Cancer. This is the biggest cosmic event of the year. Jupiter enters Cancer and gets exalted, hits its highest peak of power. Something that happens once every 12 years. And if you have missed a detailed 4-hour long video posted on Astro Diva on this channel, don't worry. Here is the quick guide to what to expect, but I will still urge Pisces that please go to that video because we have covered everything in details, all the nuances, the nitty gritty, the placement benefit, the aspect benefit, and the lordship benefit, everything in detail, and it deserves some time to take a look because this is the biggest transit of the year. This is about your ruler, your own Lagna Lord. So go and have a look. But nonetheless, let's begin. Jupiter, your ruler, enters your fifth house, which represents intellect, creativity, romance, children, investment, past life merit, and mantra siddhi. Jupiter rules your first house, your Lagna, and your 10th house of career, making it your chart's most powerful planet, a true Yogakarka, now sitting exalted in a Trikona house. So, Kendra and Trikona houses are all activated. Your personality radiates wisdom, joy, and magnetic creative energy. This there is a classic saying on this, which is Vyaktitva Vriddhi, progress in personality. Now, Jupiter forming a Hansa Yoga in the fifth house, your creative intelligence reaches its most inspired peak in 12 years. Whatever your outlet is, be it writing, music, art, sports, business ideas, or teaching, this transit gives you access to what the classic calls Divya Pratibha, divine creative spark. And this is your most creatively alive and intellectually inspired period in 12 years. Create boldly, share generously, and the world needs what only you can give right now, Pisces. And these are not just the heavy English words that I'm using. This is the golden window, and please take a note of it and utilize this window. Now, another thing that can happen is romantic soulmates can arrive. If you're single, an exceptional, virtuous, and meaningful romantic partner may enter your life, offering deep spiritual and emotional connection. There will be deepening of relationship. So the existing romantic bonds evolve into something more profound, characterized by mutual respect, wisdom, and expansive shared joy. There will be joy from children. You will experience immense pride through the achievement of your children or see their lives improving significantly through your guidance. Now, blessings will be there on progeny as well. For those planning a family, this is a premier karmic window for the birth of a healthy, wise, and virtuous child. Speculative gains are also on the card. Your intuition regarding investments and the stock market sharpens, leading to calculated risk that results in substantial financial reward. Purva Punya Uday, the classic says this is the time, fruit of past lives that comes alive. So you are being rewarded for goodness you did years or lifetime ago, and you will cash it now. And your professional reputation grows through the quality output. The classic calls karma vriddhi through buddhi. A creative career opportunity arrives with perfectly timed grace, and global opportunities are also on the card. Now, Jupiter fifth aspect is on the ninth house, so there is a fortune, father, and guru's blessing. Ninth house is the Bhagyasthana, luck and fortune receives Jupiter's direct grace. Bhagya Vriddhi, rise in fortune, Pitru Ashirvad, blessings from ancestor and father, and Guru Krupa, the blessings from mentors and gurus, divine grace from teachers or mentors, everything, all of this added, all flow naturally and abundantly this period. Stay open and receptive to them. Now, academic excellence, publishing, success, opportune travel, higher learning, and spiritual pursuits become deeply transformative. All are on the cards along with divine protection. Now, Jupiter's seventh aspect falls on Capricorn. It's debilitation sign for Jupiter. Your 11th house of income gains and desires. It is falling there. Income flows generously through creative work, efforts, and expression. Long held desires and goals receive Jupiter's generous blessing. Network expansion and social recognition are all around the cards with your efforts. Jupiter's most potent aspect, Amrit Drishti, the nectar like gaze, falls on Pisces, its own sign, Swarashi, Swakshetra, onto your Lagna, your first house, your personality, your health and vitality. Where Saturn has been creating pressure and heaviness, now Jupiter's gaze on its own sign directly on your Lagna quietly dissolves Saturn's weight. Your health improves, your confidence returns, and personality shines more freely than that heaviness you have been carrying. It will start genuinely lifting. Fantastic transit for you, Pisces. Very happy. And let's move to the second transit. Now, the second transit is happening on June 8th when Venus enters Cancer. Venus joins exalted Jupiter in your fifth house. It's getting better and better. Now, this is forming a Dvi Guru Yoga, two great cosmic teachers united in the house of intelligence. It can't get better, Pisces. Venus rules your third house of effort and eighth house of transformation and depth, bringing courage, creative efforts, and deep transformative energy into your house of children, intellect, romance, and creativity. Venus in fifth, so your romantic life becomes more beautiful, more meaningful, and more deeply connected. If you are a single, this is a genuinely magnetic period for meeting someone special. And if you are in a relationship, expect a beautiful romantic deepening, more warmth, more beauty, and more genuine joy in your connections. Now, Venus as your third lord of effort in the fifth house. So, Kaushalya Vriddhi, growth of your skills and talents, meet the creative expression. So everything you create carries an unusual beauty and depth, whatever it is, whether it's an art, music, writing, content creation, or any form of creative expression. This is your window to put your work out into the world. It will find a genuine and appreciative audience. Now, Jupiter and Venus both will aspect your 11th house from the 5th house. 11th house is income and desire. Everything gets a double blessing. The debilitation tension Jupiter carried on Capricorn sign gets beautifully softened by Venus' graceful gaze. There is a Sarva Labha, gains from all sides, and Mitra Labha, Bhratru Labha, gains from friends, elder siblings, and network all gets activated. Your long held desire starts showing real signs of arriving, and income channels that felt blocked starts opening up naturally. Venus as your eighth lord of transformation in fifth, so, hidden creative talents, deep research ability, and transformative artistic skills all find a natural outlet and audience. Something you have kept quietly within, a creative gift or a depth of knowledge and artistic ability finds its moment to surface and shine during this period. So, let it. Now, only one warning here, Python, is you need to watch know it all tendency. Jupiter, Venus, both in fifth in the house of intelligence. So, wisdom and charm both elevated, both gurus are elevating. And you may quietly start feeling you have all the creative and romantic answers, which you will have. But watch your tone with the romantic partner or your kids and also your creative collaborators. Now, the third transit is on June 15th when Sun will enter Gemini. Sun moves into your fourth house, your Sukhasthana, home, property, mother, emotional security, and comfort. Sun rules your sixth house of enemies, health, and daily challenges, bringing investigative power and competitive energy into your domestic sphere. So, home, property, and domestic life gets illuminated. Sun as sixth lord in your Sukhasthana turns domestic challenges, property hurdles, and household friction into opportunities rather than obstacles. Property matter that has been stuck will start moving. Now, you may find yourself actively servicing your home environment, fixing, cleaning, resolving long standing maintenance issue that were previously neglected. As the sixth lord, illness and service enters the fourth house of mother, you may become more concerned with or involved with your mother's daily health routine or well-being. You might feel an urge to bring work task home or transform your living space into more efficient productive area, blurring the lines between rest and service. Now, you may find yourself engaged in many problem solving discussions with family members, helping to resolve minor grievances or misunderstanding in your domestic life. Now, Sun aspects the 10th house directly from 4th house. So, career gets the direct boost. Sun from 4th aspects 10th. The 10th house gets illuminated. A direct boost from 6th Lord, bringing competitive drive, investigative clarity, and decisive action into your professional life. Only one warning here is watch ego at home and with your mother. Sun in 4th can bring a desire to dominate domestic decisions and be right in household matter, which you will be, but keep your tone gentle and collaborative at home. Domestic peace is your emotional foundation this month, so protect it consciously. Now, the next transit is on June 20th when Mars enters Taurus. Mars enters your third house, your Parakram house, house of courage, efforts, communication, short trips, siblings, and daily initiatives. Now, Mars rules your second house of wealth and ninth house of fortune, very, very important houses, bringing financial drive and fortune, activating energy into your house of courage and self effort. So, what happens here is courage, initiative, and daily efforts surge powerfully. Mars in Parakram Sthana, house of courage. This is Mars' most natural and expressive house. This is a Parakram Vriddhi because Mars is a warrior. Mars wants action and courage, and this is the house that represents that. So, the rise of your courage and initiative happens. It gets activated directly. Whatever you have been hesitating to start, to say or to pursue, Mars here gives you the fire, the boldness, and the decisive energy to go after it. Your spoken words gets a sharp martial edge, and your voice carries authority and conviction now. Now, Mars as your second lord of wealth and ninth lord of fortune in third means dhana vriddhi, growth of wealth, and bhagya vriddhi, rise in fortune, both responds directly to your initiative, your self efforts, and your courageous daily action. Now, Mars will also aspect sixth house, ninth house, and 10th house. Mars from third will aspect your sixth house of enemies, ninth house of fortune, and 10th house of career. So there is a Shatrunasha, win over enemies, litigation, health issues, and work colleagues all are getting covered in this. Mars decisive fire simultaneously will happen here. Now, Sun is also expecting your 10th house as he spoke in the last transit. So now Mars also joins here. So, double planetary fire on career house means professional momentum carries and gets a boost and ambitions surge to an extraordinary peak. But you need to watch your tone and aggression with superior and colleagues in your professional dealings. Now, siblings and close circle becomes actively supportive. Reach out to sibling, collaborate with your close circle, and stay open to short trips or local opportunities. Yatra Siddhi, fruitful short journeys, is strongly supporting during this window. Now, we have already spoken about watching your tone, but avoid spicy food and spicy speech both. Now, the next transit is on June 22nd when Mercury enters Cancer. Very, very busy week, Pisces. So Mercury joins Venus and Jupiter in your fifth house. It can't get better. Now there are three benefics united in fifth house. Mercury rules your fourth house and seventh house, both Kendra Lord, bringing domestic intelligence, partnership clarity, and sharp analytical thinking into your house of creativity and intellect. Note as these three planets sit in the fifth house, a trikon and Kendra combination carries a beautiful energy. Lakshmi Narayan Yoga is getting formed, and also Saraswati Yoga is getting formed. Saraswati is the goddess of skills and knowledge. So when Mercury, the lord of intelligence and communication, joins the lord of wisdom Jupiter and the lord of grace Venus, it creates this beautiful yoga. So what changes now, Pisces, is first you were creative and charming. Now you can add speed, wit, and sharp intelligence. Jupiter gave you wisdom and Venus gave you beauty. And now Mercury, as your fourth, seventh lord, adds sharp analytical thinking, quick wit, and articulate communication to the combination. Now, your creative intelligence reaches its highest extraordinary peak. Ideas flow faster. You express them more precisely, and everything you produce carries both depth and brilliance. People around you genuinely notice the difference in how you think and communicate. All three of these planets, from the fifth, will aspect your 11th house of income, desire, and social networks. Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, all sitting together and aspecting the house of gains, Sarvalabha. Gains from all the sides, gains through friends and network, gains through intellect, gains through your creativity, all flow simultaneously through this triple benefic gaze. Long held desire starts materializing. Income opens from multiple directions, and your children or creative projects bring genuine peace, pride, and joy. This is one of the finest window spices. Even your elder siblings and your friends can be supportive and beneficial for you. Mercury is your fourth and seventh lord in fifth. So, domestic conversation that needed clarity, partnership decision that needed precision, and relationship matters that needed the right words all find their moment here. Now, creative learning and skill building delivers extraordinary value. Yeah, this is very important for all of us because learning is something that keeps us going. So, Lakshmi Narayan Yoga, Saraswati Yoga, energy is there in your fifth house. So, education, creative courses, intellectual pursuits, and any skill building invested now carries the past life merits backing long term returns. So, start that creative course, write that book, develop that skill. Even mantra siddhi is also activated because fifth house represents the Ishtadev, the mantra sadhana. All these blessings flow, and what you build during this window serves your career and creative life for years to come. Now the next event is on June 29th when Mercury goes retrograde in Cancer. Now we need to pause, review, and do not launch or sign anything new on these last 2 days of June. Review, tighten the loose ends because July gives you a much clearer runway to move forward with everything this month has set up so beautifully. So just double check all the communication because Mercury represents our communication and intelligence. So miscommunication comes easy. Emails can get misread. Creative details can get missed. Partnership conversation landing the wrong way, and even tech going berserk. All of this can happen. But I will bring details and much more nuances and tips and remedies in the July monthly prediction because let's focus on the blessings we are getting in the month of June and be careful on these last 2 days. Let's also see the monthly indicators. Personal is high, it has to be. Career and finance is high. Love and romance is high. Social is high. Health is also high. Now, Pisces, hope you realize this and noted that this is a beautiful and good month for you. And still, I want to share some remedies. First is greenery and earth energy. If possible, tend to a small garden or add indoor plants. Keeping your home environment fresh and living resonates well with Mercury, and it can help in the Mercury retrograde also. Now, during Mars in third, channel bold communicative energy into writing, creating something nice, even going and making some pictures, and courageous conversation or hitting a gym. The best thing to do for Mars is just lifting weights and hitting the gym. So, Pisces, June 2026 is one of the most personal and creatively professionally blessed month in years. Your ruling planet Jupiter is exalted. Your Lagna is receiving its nectar gaze, and everything that truly matters is being activated. So, show up with gratitude, act with dharma, and let the extraordinary month deliver what you have genuinely earned. And if you have any questions about your personal birth chart, reach out to me on the mobile number and email ID given below on the screen, and I'll be very happy to assist you. So, all the best to all the Pisces rising. Take care and bye bye.